Someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne
back. What is happening, you guys? And welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate. I am your host, El Capitan. Yes, that's right. The studio is done. Got everything moved into the new space, a lot more space, a lot more room for activities and growth on the stuff behind me. Let me know how it sounds. This is the first show running on it. Wanted to see how it looks on the playback. Tell me what you guys think. I know it's a lot like the last setup, but I have a much better situation in here right now. So, but yeah, guys, thank you guys for hopping in here. We're going to go over the game tape. We're going to look at a lot of the plays that were made, Tua's throws. Maybe we'll look at some of Skyler's stuff. Some defense things. The Dolphins signed Trey Flowers today. I have the details about the contract on that coming up, as well as some articles. Look at the 53-man roster and where a lot of these decisions are going to need to be made over the next 24 hours to 48 hours. They'll probably drop a few guys here and there. And, all over Dolphins minutia for you. But before we get going, guys, make sure to hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, please come over here to YouTube and subscribe over here on the network at YouTube and enjoy. And also, guys, make sure that you're checking out all the great content we have here on the network. Starting off Tuesdays with Tonk 7, TMI Tuesdays, live around 9 or 10. Color doing some co-hosting. Ali and I filling in on there. You guys can also catch Color on Thursdays, or every now and again you'll get lucky with the coffee and cup of Color early in the mornings and stuff like that, like you did today. or earlier in the day, we should say. Then also, guys, Saturday, Late Night Exhale with Ali. Been crushing it on the Saturdays. I'm glad everybody's been coming out and enjoying. He's been getting lucky with the post game and stuff like that to have a lot of great stuff to just go with you guys. And I appreciate everyone swinging by, other shows, fans. It's great to see everybody having a good time. Then you got me, El Capi 10, doing it all over the place. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, every day, all the time, anytime. Cash App, Venmo, guys, help support the network. We need the support. We always need the support. Super Chat is always much, much appreciated. We guys love it when you guys donate. It helps the show grow. You can also buy some gear in the Fanatics, link in the description. That helps the show as well as some of our gear. And you guys can get some good stuff in return. Get yourself a flag, get yourself a hat, get yourself a beanie, get that freaking badass white hat and look cool as a muh. And then also link in the description for Backroom Collections, guys. Offer code #TFTG to get 10% off all of your purchase. Thank you. So Fanatics link, Backroom Collections, donating to the channel. Help us grow, guys. We need the help. We're going to, take this to the next level this year. We got to get it how it go. So, yeah, guys, thanks for coming in here early. Oh, and shout out to all the members, all the mods. You guys want to become a member of the family. You can get in on there through the link in the description. We'd really appreciate it, guys, becoming members and everything like that. Hit the join. So mods too. Thanks, guys. Let's see. Thanks for everybody coming in here early. I see Marino's GOAT was in here. What's up, brother? FinSup. Scott Jackson proclaiming the quarterback of the future, and Skyler. California, what's up? Most, what's happening, bro? Yo, what's good? Green Rat sliding through, what's happening, brother? John Santos, what's good? Mike, what's going on? Solowski, what's happening? Iceman sliding through, what's happening, Iceman? Jay, a.k.a. Jordan, a.k.a. Tony Pepperoni, sliding around. What's up, you? Ayo, what it is. FinsUp 74, Family in the Muh with Chad. What's going on? El Familia with Shake Money. Shout out to the members. Ali in here is telling you to murder the like button. FinsUp 74, royalty around these parts, in case y'all didn't know. Got Colin sliding through. What it is, bruh? What do you think of the new setup? Got it all set in. Is it a little echoey in here, guys? Is it, can you hear the air conditioning unit? Let me know what you guys think, Yep, we're going to get into Trey. I've been doing everything I can, guys, to bring you as much great dissectable content. We got some real, great things planned in the future. I got underneath the jacket, I got a TV that I'm going to be using on some other clip video ideas. When we're calling the games, we're going to, succinct all the shows into just a fun thing, man. We're going to really crush it coming up here during the season. All these plans, all these ideas that we've been racking around, you're going to see a completely different TFTG coming up here directly. And you guys are going to, not completely different, but you're going to see the level jump that the boys and I most certainly, going to take on for you guys to make sure you guys are enjoying yourself, having a great time. There's going to be a lot of new folks coming around. The numbers have been off the hook. Shout out to you guys, all the new subscribers, man. It helps with you guys sharing and help doing this. But, I'm going to make good on my end for all the love I've been receiving back, and the haters too. I know you're out there. I get it. You know what? I'm an easy guy to hate. I get that. I'm kind of a fucking arrogant asshole. It's just kind of my deal. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. But you keep coming back. Subscribe. Love you guys too. I don't give a darn. So, John Santos was good. Cat for Life, TFTG. Antonio Gonzalez, what's up, brother? Colin, new setup, badass. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, bro. One thing doesn't belong, El Cap. What's that? What's up, Vicken? What's happening? What doesn't belong, Green Rat? Tua was gorgeous. Oh, bro, listen, if you guys remember, I did a whole show the day before on Friday, and then Saturday morning, Saturday, an hour before the game, we did a pregame show. And in both shows, and shout out to D1 for sliding through, my man. In the pregame show, here's the deal. If we were going to see Tua at all, we needed to see a performance in which their shots were downfield and he would take them. Even if it, resulted in incompletes or whatever, we had to see him take it. And man, not only he took it, connected, they marched down the field. They put points on the board. He looked great out there. The run game looked nice. And it was still kind of vanilla too. It wasn't like it was all exotic like I expect to see. And still didn't have all the guys out there in rotation. So the work that the offense put on the Eagles defense all day was just to taste so good. I mean, it was just great. It was great work. And look, I can only dissect what I got. I can't go, preseason. Oh, Green Rat, that heat. Sorry, nah, bro. What you mean, Green Rat? What's she talking about? Gotta show some love. I got some Kane shit in here too, just blundering around. So, nah, man, gotta show the love. South Florida, baby. Jamie, what's up, Fin Fam? What it is, what it do. What's going on? Ace of Spades, my guy. Here comes one of the haters now, Tangeray. Yep, coming around here just being a total fucking troll. That's all right, man. You got your prerogative. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, Tango. Paul, what's good? In the hood. New England fans are fearful right now. Bro, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a massacre. I expect that. And here's what we're forgetting. The defense has remained still the strong point in this team until I see otherwise. I expect the defense I saw last year to show up. The offense shows up what they did in the preseason game with that defense. What? Come on. You're done for, Johnny. You're done. You're done. We'd be eating patty cakes all night. Just be devouring these fools. And then, and scenario written that I've been talking about, and you guys know this, I've been saying this is a win-win circumstance for Tua's confidence that needs to be built up. And what I mean by that, yeah, Matt Cakes, brother. We put on that performance, and Tua had a game like that. We go out and he does the same thing again against the Patriots in this fashion and against Mac Jones. And I got to imagine he's sitting on cloud nine, operating the offense, murdering it, going against his former contemporaries from college, rolling out there, feeling confident, coming into week 2 for Baltimore for the Baltimore beatdown. Shout out to everybody going to the Baltimore game. So we roll into that and somehow beat Baltimore in week 2 because, look, we beat them, and I think we could beat them again. We beat them so bad. That's how I got that purple jacket. I done took their colors. For all you guys that weren't around here last year, know how the purple jacket started. I said, I'm taking their colors now, my colors now. So that's how that happened. So I just got to think that we roll hot and get this run game going, which is instrumental to the Mike McDaniel offense. I expect to beat Buffalo. I want to beat them all. I've been calling for the Buffalo win in Miami in week 3. It's the time to get them. Even if they get their Tre'Davious White back in time, they'll be slow rolling him out. They're probably going to end up, I don't know. I'm waiting to hear. I think I back earlier in the year, they said that he was probably going to be on the PUP list and out for 4 weeks. I don't see why that would have changed, but then again, maybe not. So if that's the case and he's out for us, we better win. We're going to win that football game, and they're going to be looking at the Dolphins 3-0, and they're going to have lost one in the division. We're 2-0 in the division, and now we're sitting high and pretty. come week 4 against the Bengals, who went to the Super Bowl last year. We show out in that, and I'm just ready for it, ready to have it. What's up, Color? I'm looking for a Tua jersey. Tua jersey where? What do you mean? So yeah, we will talk about Skyler, everybody. Big hot topic button issue, as everybody knows, is Skyler QB2 or is Teddy? And you will get my thoughts on all of that, because honestly, it's a curious question, because there's upside in both cases. There's reasoning, and then there's kind of, what I would do, and then what I think is probably going to end up happening, because I don't know. Gosh, guys, I would, if this team only keeps 2 quarterbacks and the second quarterback isn't Skyler, I'm gonna be pretty pissed off. That's kind of how I feel about it at this point, personally. And Mike McDaniel did mention in his press conference today something about Skyler, and it was a ringing endorsement as far as this is him, and I loosely quote him. He said, Skyler should hold his head high because he's done everything he can possible to earn a spot on the roster in some way. So we'll go into that a little bit more, but let's see. What did I want to get into first? Oh, I guess we can look at some of the film if you guys want to. What do you guys want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about roster predictions? Do you want to talk about you want to go through the film and we can take a look at things? I can tell you what I'm seeing and what I like, and be critical of things, because even things that are done right can be critiqued. That's how you become great. So, I mean, listen, that's what made Don Shula great. They would come after victories and still get chewed out. That's how they got perfect, and that's what it takes to be perfect. So, not that I don't think that's happening, but doesn't mean I don't have to do it. Fuck. I'm gonna be real as I can get. We can do that, or we can watch the coach's interview. 53-man roster predictions. What do you guys think? Film, Green Rat says Skyler's a little bit more consistent than Teddy. You know what, Laura? I think when it comes to that conversation, I just believe that Skyler has a super high amount of upside. And this is kind of how I look at it. And Color and I I'm going to go through this real quick. Color and I had a long discussion about it. And I said this: if Tua the only way we would ever see Skyler and or Teddy is if Tua goes down. And if Tua goes down for any significant amount of time, now if he goes down because he's nicked up and someone has to fill in the rest of the game, then he comes out next week, then why not Skyler in that situation? You want a guy that wants to go and do whatever he can to show out. That's kind of how backup quarterbacks get it done. If Tua goes down for any significant amount of time, then the season's all but lost anyhow. And I know, I don't know. I think we could be competitive with Skyler, and, we can do whatever with Teddy. But in the pantheon of an organization and how they think and where they build futures, your first round quarterback goes down with injury, and your backups are a journeyman, Teddy Two Gloves, and a 7th round pick and Skyler Thompson. I'm just being realistic. The season is lost. You get to the playoffs, that's great, but you got to find out what you're doing at quarterback. So in that instance where number 1 first round pick goes down, I'm not going to want to see Teddy Bridgewater out there to see what I got in something for potentially a future. I would rather see the young man out there to see if I need to draft the quarterback next year or not. And not to mention, I like to gamble a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And Skyler Thompson looks more like a fun gamble with some pushing the ball downfield and knowing what the young kids got and giving a shot. Then I know how Teddy plays the game. He's a little safe. He likes to check down. Just being real. So we gotta know a little bit of something is what I'm saying. He runs that huddle. What it is, Joe? What it do? Word of mouth? What's going on? Hey, Bill. What's up, buddy? Coming in here. We can watch Teddy sitting on the bench. I feel you, dog. Scott Jackson says when Tua gets hurt, he's done in Miami. Skyler saves the day and millions of dollars. Well, I mean, to be real, Scott, that would be, I mean, okay, look at it like this. Tua's hypothetically down and you got to go to Teddy or Skyler for the rest of the season in this scenario. Chances are, if it's Teddy you're going through the rest of the year with, you're not going to re-sign Teddy next year as your starting quarterback. You would maybe re-sign him as the backup. But chances are you'd go and draft a rookie. So if I'm going to roll the dice in an injury scenario, in a metaphorical season is lost because my quarterback went down, I want to see the fucking young guy, because that's how I find some shit out. That's how you get surprised. That's how you learn things. You don't know nothing from Skyler if he sits the bench the whole year. You draft another quarterback probably in the first round, and here you got Skyler fighting against your new first round pick and whatever veteran you bring in there for the starting duties, and you have a quarterback competition. Which is all jog on with that lie, dude. Fuck out of here. So I don't want to play that game. So in this scenario, along with Skyler's upside versus Teddy, in my book, Skyler is QB2 and should be as the backup to Tua for all reasons. All reasons. That's what I think. Thank you, Green Rat. What it is, what it do, CT. Yeah, buddy. What do you think? Looks good, right? Not bad. Put a lot of work into this, killing a brother. But you know what? New attitude makes a good point. Teddy looks so disinterested. He does. He does look disinterested. It looks like he's, I don't know. You know what it looks like? Not that he's disinterested, that he's comfortable. That he knows, oh, I'm on the roster. I'm the number 2. He don't feel the pressure of Skyler coming to take his job. And I don't want anyone ever feeling comfortable on a competitive football team. You got to know, hey, the guy behind me is taking my job. That's it. That's it. I want that. I want that type of scenario. Even for dudes that get the big bucks, they should always feel like, oh, shit, there's a young kid coming up that they can save money on and trade me to the Giants. Is that what you want? You want to go play on the Giants right now? I don't think so. Cold. Terrible. Cap for Life says, do we believe the reports that are being pumped out about us keeping only 2 quarterbacks? Cap for Life, and I told Color this today. This is the reason Teddy's off the football team in this scenario. And I'm going to make my 53 in some facet probably tomorrow. Think of it like this. Think of how stacked our wide receiver room is. Think of how important our cornerback depth and offensive line depth is. And think about running backs and how they go down in this system. Now, knowing those few things, along with Skyler Thompson's performance, puts Teddy, to me, off this roster. The problem with that scenario is that Teddy got the money on the contract. And you know what? Back to what New Attitude was saying, Maybe that's what Teddy is. He looks comfortable out there because he knows that through money and money alone, he's going to make this football team. Because he doesn't look like a guy who's fighting for snaps out there, or a guy who's trying to get noticed or earn snaps. So, and that's gonna be a real shame. And you're gonna hear quite the outpour from the fan base if they only keep two quarterbacks and that second quarterback behind Tua isn't Skyler and it is Teddy. You're not going to be happy for the response you get from Dolphins fans. Now, I understand it and I get it in the sense of Teddy playing football and being a viewed starter. I get that. That makes sense. If Tua goes down and I'm on a playoff run, Teddy coming in and holding down the fort until Tua gets healthy is probably the best statistical, coaching, all of those reasons. But to me, if Tua goes down and it's a month or longer, that almost, if he goes down for 5 weeks or so, that almost guarantees him potentially losing his job the next year because they might bring in somebody else for competition for him. I don't know. We'll see what the season is. I mean, if it happens early on, either way, to me, if Tua goes down for a significant amount of time or the rest of the year, the season's done. So I don't want to roll into fighting for the playoffs with Teddy Bridgewater. He can't do that. That's why Denver got rid of him. And I'm sorry, I like Teddy a lot in the capacity of a backup quarterback. But I would rather see Skyler to know, hey, maybe this kid has something. Maybe, maybe he can fight. Maybe he can prove. I don't know. But at least I'm rolling the dice because I'm rolling the dice anyhow if Tua goes down with injury, which we don't want to have happen at any cost because that's kind of a lost season. If he's nicked up and he has to miss the rest of a game in next week with something, I can live with something like that. Everybody, that happens to football players all the time. I'm talking about catastrophic injury where the season's over, That's the thing, John. We eat over 6 million. That's the problem because, and that's how Teddy's kind of being. It seems like he's feeling comfortable in the fact that, hey, they can't cut me. I'm cap worthy. And in an NFL game, it's hard, which is kind of what irritates me in a lot of ways about a part that I see in the quarterback position and very few other positions. Wide receivers, some, playmaker positions on offense, but like if a guy is drafted and it's a quarterback or if it's like a weapon that whatever, like you give him too many chances. And think of like Deion Jordan. How long did he take up a roster spot before we were like, all right, we got to cut ties because there's just too many good people around here I should be given a shot to. I mean, that's the real heartbreaker in the thing with like a case of a guy taking up a roster spot. And shout out to Noah Igbenogany putting some good work out there in the final preseason game. Thank you, Noah. Thank you for making us feel good about that 53-man roster spot. Hopefully we see you in some action in the NFL in live time and it's the same. But there's guys that could have been on this football team that get let go. And so when I think of all those positions, I would rather have Skyler number 2 and then that 53rd roster spot go to a wide receiver, an offensive lineman. Probably what you need most is running back in this system. So that's my take on it. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with it, but that's how I feel. And it seems like a wise thing to do. And you really think Ross is eating that, John? I think Ross could figure out a way to write that shit off. Honestly, I don't think they even pay that type of shit. Where did I see what? You? Mo Ali. Y'all still blocking me? Who's blocking Mo? Don't be blocking people unless they're using slurs. Look, if you're using, derogatory name calling, like, you can have the banter back and forth. That's fine. But don't get it into like a nasty way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no slurs, and be calling people meth addicts and crackheads and shit like that. You can go at each other, but within think of it like this. If you were speaking to your father and you talked to him like that, and he would, he'd smack you in your mouth or smack you upside the back of your head for how you talked to him because it was disrespectful, not in shit talking. That's kind of the rules around here. You could shit talk all day. I encourage it, but I don't want no nice stuff. But anything other than that, I don't want my mods blocking people. So Mo, if you got blocked, please guys don't do that. Jan, what's good, homie? Vicken, what it is, what it do. This year, our division should be all eyes on the 305. You know what time it is? Let's go. Yeah. I like it, Vicken. That ain't no lie. We're coming for the AFC East this year, guys. I feel it. I feel it. And it's going to be so fun that final month of the season. Listening to Bills fans down a win to us, or down a half a win. Let's look at it that way. And they're like, okay, we got to win out and hope that the Dolphins lose this game so we win the AFC East. What happened? I can't wait for that, bro. I can't wait for it. I can't wait. Oh, that's what Cap's talking about. It's just Rumorville, It's no reports. This is the Rumorville. I know where he's talking about. It's been running in some circles about, the team is only going to keep 2 quarterbacks. And some of these sources have been right. Sometimes they're wrong. So take it with a grain of salt, because a lot of times it's just bullshit and somebody's guessing and they say they got that sourced. And then when it doesn't work out, they go, well, that my source said that, they changed their mind, or you won't hear from that person for a while and they won't say anything about it. Politics. That's right. Flip NY. What's good, homie? Hit the like button, everybody. We've been putting out so many videos that it's not really sending out the notifications, because that's the thing about when you start doing more clips and shorts and things to that degree to put content out there. When you go live twice in a day, it doesn't get up. So hit the like button. That always helps. Rock rims. Trade who? Chat is just cruising. Tyreek doing great. Divine Inc. Yeah, no, listen. We expect everything out of Tyreek this exact way. Happy about it. Yeah, John. I've heard it from a couple of people, but I think I know who you're talking about. What's happening, Larry? What's going on? Watching on Facebook. Appreciate you, homie. The conversation's really over here on YouTube. So if you have YouTube, come over here and get in with the chat. That's where everybody's at, all over the place. Philip Adamus, what's happening? I was adamant about seeing Miami Dolphins Super Bowl soon. I feel playoff electricity a brewing. Me too, bro. You know what's crazy, Philip, is that I felt it last year, in last year's offseason, that the trajectory of this franchise is shifting. And to be honest, even though we lost flow and even though we don't have certainty in all situations, especially now with a new coach system and stuff, it just feels like, I don't know, things are a little different. It's going to happen. Carla, I got my big cry over with and subscribed again. Thanks for the apologies, color commenting. What's happening, Carla? Carla, we banter. I know. So, all right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We get it in, get it is what it is. But, you know, it's a good time. Well, it's going to be better when we're all going at other fan bases united more than we just bicker about things with each other. But what we don't want to have happen, Dolphins fans amongst each other, is not to be allowed to critique people in the team, because as a lifelong football fan and an astute follower of football, and in particularly the Dolphins, where our hearts have the love for the players and the team is where the organization will expose you to use your love against you to lie to you about what's going on with the football team. And that's how you get cocaine gate, bully gate, fucking rob my football team gate, Gatey McGate, Gatenstein. That's how that has happened. Okay. For all the fighting we do amongst each other, it's all right. But what we have to understand is that we can't not be critical, even of the good stuff, because perfection is that perfect. So if I look at something and it's perfect, I'm not going to just nitpick it. I'm going to go, shit, that's perfect right there. And even when stuff's good, you can critique things. Things could have gone better, but you still like applaud on whatever happened. I promise you the greats are critiquing the little things. And that's what it becomes. That's how they become great. And if we allow ourselves to have excuses amongst each other for things, I know for a fact the Dolphins are listening, and they hear the fan base. Why do you think Tua played preseason 3? Why do you think that happened? You think it happened because they had to see him go out there? No, they did it because they wanted to show off for the fans. They knew the fans were going at each other. It was obvious. It's been nothing but a shit firestorm since then. Shout out to Trailer Park Boys with the shit firestorm. And I applaud the organization for seeing it and giving the fan base what it needs as the product that we are promised. That's why I believe there's playoff football around the corner, because they kind of throttled everything. They're like, yeah, here's a sprinkle in week 2. We're all like, we need more. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't going to work. If he's going to be QB1, we need to do this. That's how it gets down. And I like it. I know, CT. It's a shit hog, bro. But on the real, they heard the fan base. They're like, we got to give them some more. We got to give them some extra. Dang. So they put out and showed out for us on Wednesday. Then out of the blue, we got Stomach Bug Gate come out and take some of us. And they were honest about it, about what had finna happen. So when they friggin' we didn't get Thursday, the fans got hurt. We needed something to chew on. We didn't get that. And we're like, oh, here we go. That's going to be silent. I'm not going to know what Tua's going to do and Tyreek. I'm never going to see it. Taking too long. No, they didn't do that to us. They made good, and they showed what they could do in this offense with a sprinkle here and a sprinkle there of just absolute magic. And it was beautiful, and I am happy about it. So let's look at some of it. Let's watch the Beauty McBudenstein. I don't know about you guys. I gotta listen to it because a lot of the videos I got on there are straight up from me and the family watching it. We're like, yeah, we just get crunk. Sorry, guys. That's honestly why I wanted some more room, because like, here, check it out. Like now, when I'm watching the games and calling the games live, I want to be able to stand up and not be like out of the picture, so I can be like standing back here watching the game and be able to call the game, because I get amped, you know. I can't be just sitting there. I'll break all my stuff if I'm too close to everything. So I gotta get up and get away from stuff. My hands be moving around. So I'm just being real. Watch out. Karate. Bitches. Sorry. So What play action? Tua going deep. Oh, you mean he's throwing deep? I don't know why when I read that, Green Rat, I thought you meant Tua was running deep. How friggin' dope would that be? One of these boys said Wilson coming back off the reverse where Tua kept running the route and is free on the edge and throws it like Bobby Boucher style in friggin' Waterboy. That would be awesome. Hells yeah. Bobby Boucher. Yeah, I seen that, Carla. He was choked up. You could tell even in Tua's presser, he was a little down. Shout out to Jason Jenkins, pillar in the organization. That sucks, man. And for as much fun as we have around here, we want to honor the ones, any loss of life is tragic. And when it's close to home for the team, that sucks. But things be. And yeah, Easy-E is balling his mind out. Hunter Long got robbed. How about that bad call last night, dude? He got friggin' robbed. That DB pulled on him. They said he gave him a little bit of contact. I don't think so. He just got his hands across his body to turn. It didn't push him back or nothing. The guy got beat, and then he grabbed him. And they're like, oh, pass interference on him. Now, they just didn't want us putting up 55 points on their asses or whatever the hell it was going to end up. They didn't want an absolute slaughter. They didn't want a shutout. They had to friggin', figure out something. It was bad. They totally robbed them, bro. All right, so let's go ahead and pull up some of these McClippensteins. And I'll try to get them as organized as I can here. I got to put my headphones on because I'm going to have to. All right, so here's Tua with the touchdown to Craycraft on the play action. If you want to see it. Hold on a sec.
I'm not stupid.
I said stinky, boy. Get.
Oh.
All right, that's my son. Anywho, let me go ahead and pull this up. Nice play action. Friggin'. And something I want to point out about this route is that in this route epitomizes the growth Tua has had, at least in the simplest way possible to point it out. So up to this point, when we would see a route like this from Tua, and we've seen this exact route last year, he would take the underneath man and not the man on top for reasons I don't know. The throw, I don't know, coaching, something, timing. Honestly, I really wonder if it's trust in the wide receivers and the weapons. That's something I have to wonder because, Waddle broke records last year, and I don't know. I don't know. But then again, Parker can catch a football. He ain't great. Anyhow, let's just watch this film. So he takes the second rolling progression on this. It's a nice play action. Comes up, fakes the handoff to the running back. Easy rollout. And look at how, because of the running game had started showing some good stuff, look at how all three linebackers are biting on that run. Even the furthest one that should be coming across the edge, whoever this guy is right by the line, the linebacker, should be coming across the edge into the backfield on Tua right about now, but he didn't. They all bit on the run. They're all here, and here's Tua already flipped his hips and coming around. That outside linebacker that's right there by the D line bit so hard on that run fake that he's completely taken himself out of the play. So look, Tua would have typically taken the underneath guy, who is, I can't tell from this angle. Looks like number 14. But no, he takes River Craycraft up on the top route for the touchdown. You can't ask for a cleaner throw, play action. This is what the outside zone is going to bring us, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're supposed to get. Look at how the entire O-line is moving right, selling the run. That causes, in particular play, it causes not only the 4 downed linemen, but all 3 linebackers to take themselves out of the passing game. They've all sold and bit the run. That leaves you with 4, 5, 6, 7. That only leaves you with 2 corners and, well, I don't know if that's a nickel safety. It looks like it's a nickel safety. It leaves you with these 4 DBs to cover everything. Now notice too, Durham Smythe at the bottom of your screen is also coming across in the middle too, where Tua could have probably hit him right there as well. He could have got that touchdown, but the safety's coming down on him. Look at this play design. 3 targets, 4 DBs. I mean, Tua could run up with all that grass in front of him and create all kinds of time. This is how you see a quarterback just sit back there with extra time, faking to the left, faking to the right, trying to buy time for a wide receiver to leak out. Luckily, Craycraft is just on the money running out there, and Tua puts it right on the freaking money to him. Boom. Right in his hands. Didn't have to slow down. Didn't have to speed up. Easy in there. But even if Craycraft was covered, he had a man underneath and had, also another option with Durham Smythe. But look at all the room he's got. He's got freaking days of yards in front of him that if everyone was covered, could he run it and pick up some yards? Yep. It's only 2nd and 7, so he could pick up a few, maybe pick up the touchdown. I don't know. But well-designed play, well sell from the offensive line on the run, and you've taken all these guys out of the game and basically made it a 4-on-4 game with the quarterback, the 3 wide receivers, and the 4 DBs. Beautiful design play. This is the kind of stuff that the outside zone is going to give us, especially when this O-line gets a lot, gets cooking. Shout out to Greg Little, who, if you guys have been watching this show, you guys would know that I've been telling you, don't worry about the swing tackle. I've been hearing that Greg Little look good. Now, the injury, I told you early on, was just a precautionary thing, something they were doing it. I heard last week, or the week before last, that he was getting snaps, and I thought he was going to play. He didn't. But they showed you he was ready today, and he did great in backup role duties. So if Austin Jackson goes down or Teron Armstead's missing some time, we're going to be all right with Greg Little in relief in the short term. So I feel so good getting to see him out there, because I wanted you guys to see what I was hearing about, because he looked great. He gave Tua a great time on the left as the left tackle. I was very happy about that. He gave everybody some good time. He did good. Let's see. So here's a nice, dart from Tua to Mike Gesicki. Let me pull it up here. Minnesota signed Jesse Davis. That doesn't surprise me. Should tell you everything you need to know about them. So here we go. All right, so it's a bit of an RPO, but it's not a designed run. It's a passing play all day. They're playing zone. Mike Gesicki gets right behind. I don't know what the hell this DB's doing right here, or this linebacker's doing. He's playing way low on the inside for no reason. But Tua puts it right over the linebacker's head, right in the soft spot of the zone in the center of the field. Boom. And look, shout out to Mike Gesicki making more of a Mike Gesicki catch, because I've seen him all too often last year and in this preseason game being bodying footballs when his thing is reach out there and take that football. Don't play around. Use those oven mitts you got, Sonny, and snatch that football, homeboy. And look, you can see him reach right. And we're talking it was like that close to being tipped. But, you know, perfect is perfect. When it's done right, it's done right. So I got some more here. I got tons of videos, just kind of out of order a little bit. So bear with me, guys. We'll go over everything. Also, I have Trey Flowers highlights too for the new signee. So we'll look at that. Also, Brian Baldinger breakdown, looking at some of the film too. We'll look at that here shortly. We're gonna look at a bunch of stuff, guys. We're gonna have a good time tonight. And for all you people trying to tell El Capitan you go do film, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, believe me, bro. I do plenty of fucking film work around these parts. Wait until you guys see the stuff I got planned for you in the future with the videos and stuff. Everyone's going to love it. It's going to be great. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. All right. Here's Tua on this play action to Cedric Wilson, which was a nice throw. I'm going to save the best for last with Tua, guys. I know you're all like, where's the throw to Tyreek? I'm going to save the best for last, even though it came out first. And what's funny is I want to say in the pregame right before, I was like, he just first play, just take the shot. Fuck it. It's preseason, bro. If you throw an interception, but you took the shot, so be it. At least you took it. And, man, he put a lot of air underneath it. Oh, man, I was happy. I was so stoked for the kid. You out of here, Lance? Good night? Or it was a good night. Is that what you're saying? Couldn't catch you there, dog. But let's go ahead and share this bad mamma jamma. All right, here we go. Play action to Cedric Wilson. So out of a power I formation, I think that's Durham Smythe in the backfield. So, and that's Mike Gesicki with his hand in the dirt on the strong side right with two wide receivers. Moves over, takes the pitch to the outside, fakes the pitch to the outside, rolls back out to his left. And again, that's Mike Gesicki streaking in front of him. And all too often, because Mike's looking at him open right now, Tua would throw it to Mike. But he doesn't do that because look at all the room that they have. The linebackers are just now starting to backpedal because they're like, oh, it's a pass play, not a run. So they've already bit a little much. Now they're playing catch up. They got to turn their back to the quarterback, to find where they need to be in the zone to stop this pass. And Tua takes his time and looks and throws kind of across his body a little bit here because Easy E is or not Easy E. Cedric Wilson's not far out in front of him. So he kind of throws a little bit across his body here, twisting his hips. The hip looks great. And puts it to the second level to Wilson. Boom. Reaches out. Proper catch. Doesn't wait for the ball. Reaches out and takes it out of the sky. I will say this. That linebacker who made that tackle, that was a damn good comeback play. Look at that. Look at that linebacker turn around and just take the tackle. That was a good play by him because I'll tell you what, if he would have caught that ball and that linebacker was too late to get into him, that'd have been bad news for them. Great throw. Watch it one more time. And look, if you guys notice, right before the snap of the ball, the fullback shuffles to his right, and that's the strong side. So if you look at the linebackers, the middle linebacker has to move into the B gap on the right side. Well, it all depends. Some people do A, B, so we'll call it the A gap. He has to be on the right side of the line, offensive line, looking right, whatever. It's hard to say because it's calling back and forth. But he's got to go to the strong side of the line because there's the tight end with his hand in there. Well, the second the freaking fullback starts shuffling out in pre-snap motion as the ball's being snapped to the strong side, if you don't get over there and it is a run and that fullback's able to get to the second level, that running back could just beat up your DBs and wide receiver or your DBs and safeties all day, pounding down on them like that. So as a linebacker, that's your job to fill that in. The outside linebacker, which I don't know if that's their strong or it's their weak side linebacker. He got sucked in a little bit too much on this run. See, he gets out of position a little bit and forgets his help from the corner on the side there, picking up Gesicki because he passed off the second level man to the safety, his top. So the weak side linebacker is chasing Gesicki when he should be dropping back into coverage. See? And that's why that pass was wide open and Tua seen it and took it and put it over. Look, I mean, when Tua throws the ball, the linebacker has his back to him, which is a good play by the linebacker, but a great read by Tua to pick the right man to throw the ball to. Thunk right over his head. I will give the linebacker his due because a linebacker in pursuit downfield like that after making a mistake, this is some good hustle. But look at that. Look at the sell. It's a pitch. Look how far back Tua's rolling out and away from the play, throwing behind the line 10 friggin' yards. I like that. That gives you a lot of room that if he turns his shoulder and sees someone coming, he can run forward to the line to buy more time for his wide receivers. This is a great. He wasn't doing that so wide last year, which may say something about how he feels about his hip and his arm strength for him to be so far off the line, taking that angle nice and wide like that. Look how wide he takes it. Thump. It looked like he was on any of those rollouts whenever we did. We never did it. I don't know why. It's so stupid. The kid's a little bit more mobile than most quarterbacks, and that's kind of his game is to run and throw on the run. Why the fuck didn't we do that a lot last year? Piss poor in that aspect. And look at that. Great throw, great catch. So, all right, let's find another one. Where are they all? Okay, so here we go with the Tua bomb to Tyreek. Gotta love this. What's up, Gomer Pile in the muh? What it is, family? Irving, what's happening, Familia? Before we get up to the other video and then to the Ballies breakdowns, guys, I'm going to do the rundown. Chinatown, Charlie Brown, out of town, real quick. So, make sure to like, share, subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, come over here to YouTube. Subscribe here on the network. Trying to grow here. This is where the conversation is. It's where the fan base is. It's where all the love and the hate is at. So try to have fun. Try to be nice. Everything in good fun, guys. We are on the same side here. Except for the occasional Bills and Patriots fan that comes around to troll. Jets fans don't even show their face in public anymore. Bills and Patriots fans will come by and troll on the show, and I like the banter. It's fun, but a Jets fan, they don't even show their faces no more, and I don't blame them. I'd be hiding my ugly fan base face if I was ugly fan base face. How about that? Check out all the great content we have here, guys, on the network. Tonk 7, TMI Tuesdays, live around 9, color commentary, Ali and myself on there doing the co-hosting duties. You guys can also catch color, late night color commentary on Thursdays, sometime doing some coffee and a cup of color like he did today. Shout out to Color in the Mountain Range. Saturday, Late Night XL with Ali at 10. Killing it on the Saturdays. Great show yesterday. If you guys didn't catch it, go back and check it out. And then you got El Capitan coming at you all the time. Usually late around night. Sometimes I'm just getting froggy. I've had more time on my schedule lately to do more shows. Circumstances have changed for El Capitan. Maybe I'll go into that another time. But anyhow, Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate, guys. Please support the show. We really appreciate it. It means so much, the donations and how much you guys, help out. You guys can also help out by hitting the link in the description for some of the good TFTG merchandise that we got rolling around these parts, as well as Fanatics link. Get yourself some gear from Fanatics. Both link is down there. And you guys can do hashtag TFTG at Backroom Collections at checkout and get 10% all your goodness, all the good stuff. Might be, as soon as get some extra cheddar around these parts, I might find a nice spot for some Backroom Collection stuff up in here. And a super chat and super thanks is much appreciated, guys. We need your help to grow, and every dollar helps. That's how the channel gets bigger. That's how we grow. And it keeps us to bring you the new content, the more stuff, dedicating the more time like we're doing, especially now in the season time as we're growing. And thank you guys for joining the TFTG family, all the members. Really appreciate you guys. Hit the join button if you guys want to become a member. You get some fire emojis, all kinds of good stuff. So, all right. Thanks, Irv. Yeah, the merch is off the Chizane, man. Those hats are fire. Fans United. That's what I said, Mob Rule. What do you mean? LOL. No team has United fans. Not a single team in any spot. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? That's okay. Look, here's the deal. Not necessarily unification is what we necessarily have to have, but understanding. Understanding. That's all. No, Scott, you're not a Jets fan, are you? Jets have a clear starter at QB. I mean, they have a clear starter, but I don't know if he's a clear whatchamacallit, a clear franchise guy. I wouldn't say that, bro. You're not a. All right, so let's bring up the throw everyone's dissecting, the beautiful throw. Now, we will critique it, and in Tua's post press conference, I want to say he knows he can throw that ball a little better, but I want to just be very clear. We have seen Tyreek Hill have to go out and get a football from Patrick Mahomes and most certainly Alex Smith in the past. Probably more so Patrick Mahomes than Alex Smith, just because of sheer numbers. But, I know people are critiquing the throw from Tua on this and trying to be overcritical. I'm not really feeling all that, dog. Like, that seems like I don't know. Like, in the pregame show, I said he does this, I'm gonna be ecstatic. If it's an interception, I'll be happy. I'll be happy to see him taking the shots. He took the shot and got the catch. We can have some critique on it. But I mean, damn, let's not try to devalue it, dude. That don't make no sense to me. So let's show you guys right here. Under center causes the motion from the strong side right to the top of the screen, bringing Smythe up to the top of the screen where Gesicki's already there, which would give you a 2 tight end set on that side. Tua fakes the handoff. Now look, I want you to look and see how fast this play happens. Tyreek Hill already took a stutter step, but his back foot is still on the starting line. And Tua's rolling back to fake the run. Freezes up the linebackers. And the safety the high-end safety had to already start backpedaling because that's Tyreek Hill on his side. Now, could you imagine if at the top of the screen, that's Jalen Waddle with Tyreek Hill doing this in this route? If one of those two safeties messes up and isn't above one of those two young men, they're housing this bitch. And really, how the hell did the ref get all the way down there? Shout out to the ref. How in the bloody hell did the ref get all the way down there and know that that's where he needed to be? Sorry. The ref knew he needed to be 50 yards downfield. Anywho, but look, I just want you guys to also look at this. If there's a delayed draw play that happened on this play, and look at all these, there's 5 guys downfield to guard 2 right now. The run game's going to be chewing it up when Waddle and Hill are pushing these DBs downfield. Anyhow, if you look, Hill has to come over to his right and lean out and get it. Now, if the ball had another 2 or 3 yards of air underneath it, he wouldn't have had to reach out and come back a little bit for it, but he really didn't. If you look in the other view, and I don't know if it's on here, if I got it on here, I do. So it'll play at the end. I know it's the same view. It's just a little bit closer of a view. But if you look on here, Tyreek is running full speed. He's not taking some off of his speed at all. I know, right? California friggin' ref out there gimping a 4.3. Sign that, man. Freaking ref. But just watch. DB, bad move. You need to put hands on Tyreek Hill if you're guarding him. Like, just be smart. So, look. I mean, bro, he stopped, yes. But it's not like he slowed down at all. He ran himself open. And if you notice where the ball is behind that guy. So Tua could put a little bit more air on the game. Tua putting the ball out there and to Tyreek Hill. Exciting as hell. And once he figures out in his mental clock how much further he's got to push it or how much earlier he's got to throw the ball, whatever the case may be, when they hit that and it comes flying right over Tyreek Hill's shoulder, it's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wrap. Everybody finna be done for. And look at the air he put under it, too. Beautiful. He throws it back at the 22 is where's the ball comes out of his hand. And it sails. Dude, look how nice, look how freaking hard it comes off his hand. Look at it. Fook. Like he freaking, that is a much better. Tua couldn't throw that football like that last year. I'm sorry, guys. He looks so much more healthier. But the ball, maybe he could have thrown it that far, but it didn't come flying off his hand like that. I think he just threw it a little bit too late. And honestly, if he changes the angle on the ball and dips his back shoulder and arches it a little bit more to get a little bit more out of it, he would have put it on the money. I think he's just seeing, holy shit, he's that far down the field, and he's keeping that quick release that Tua's got to chuck it down there, when really he could probably relax on the quick release a little bit and try to heave it a little bit more to Tyreek Hill might better suit them. They'll work out those kinks. But, I mean, all right, he throws it at the 22, and Tyreek Hill grabs it right there at the 20. 26, 27, somewhere like that. I mean, what a chuck. What a chuck. That's right. Green Rat. Hill was all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Faux show. DB should have put hands on him, bro. Because now you're just doing nothing but chase it. Like that's gotta, you gotta only be thinking one thing as a DB in the NFL right here. You gotta be thinking, oh no, this is when he knew he fucked up. Because he's like, I gotta chase this man. And he's like, he's just getting away. He's just getting away. He's just getting away. But I want to also point out something else, guys. How many times did we see the ball underthrown from Patrick Mahomes where Tyreek Hill in mid-run, like how he is, right now, that guy puts his hand on him and Tyreek Hill puts his foot in the ground and comes back for the ball, and the DB just plows him over, and there's a spot flag right there. How many times do we see that happen? Right now, he could have been already foot in the ground, trying to come back for the football, and that safety just runs him over, and it's a pass interference spot at the foul right here. He put his hand out to get him, and that number 42 is running uncontrollably fast for him. That is as fast as he can go, and to keep up to get to Tyreek. If Tyreek would have stopped and tried to come back some, which we know he's capable of doing, it could have been a pass interference, and I could have lived with that if that was the result from Tua, because it's about taking the shots. It's about now in a game-like scenario, after that pass, the safety on the field and DBs and everyone and everywhere is put on notice like, shit, Tyreek Hill can get out and catch the ball deep. So we gotta account for that. And then Tyreek Hill's now getting Jalen Waddle open in the intermediate. Now they're accounting for that. Now they're putting 4 guys every time back there for 2. And now you could run down the throat of somebody all game until you catch them having to friggin' defend the run. And then you take the shot again. And now what do? Damn, look, I just want to point out right here, Tyreek Hill puts on the extra gear. Right here. Watch his head dip down and go into Tyreek Hill cheetah mode. Watch. Watch it again. You'll see right as the DB starts chasing, Tyreek Hill's head kind of bobs down and he picks up even more speed. Look, right there. It's nuts. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Gotta love it, everybody. Got to love it. Let's pull up another video here. We'll watch the Baldy's breakdowns and see what he got to see. And I'm actually going to start making some clip videos and breaking them down for you guys, and just letting it know in a smaller sample size so it's easy digestible. But let's go ahead and check out the Baldy breakdown video. So here we go. Power eye. Mozart in the back. Looks like Ethan Carter there in front of him. Durham Smythe coming across the field in motion to give strong right.
A staple of Mike McDaniel run game. Tight end is a motion every single play, like Durham Smythe is.
Yep.
One-sided formation to
see the defense have to shift. You notice the D line. Anytime you start, this is what it means to dictate the defense, to make them do what you want. That motion
run game
makes them
tight end is a motion every single play, like Durham Smythe is. One-sided formation to the other, almost every single play.
Shift over.
Now, watch the wind back play. This is a staple. Watch the wind back.
Now, look, strong right, yet everyone's going to the weak side because you got the extra blocker and the fullback, and that's what a fullback does for you. It allows you to run to your weak side of formation and get someone out in front of your running back to hopefully either set an edge or be the lead blocker. That's what you hope, that he's already going through the whole first and getting to the second level.
Play, move the Eagles defense.
Here we go.
Everybody starts left. Now let's come back. You got two.
But look, this is a designed comeback play. It
Two
looks
key
like
blocks here by the fullback.
Boom. Look at freaking Ethan Carter earning his stripes out there, making sure he's on this football team.
Now let's come back. You got two key blocks here by the fullback and Sherfield right there. Okay.
Damn, look at the
now,
block by
all you've got
Sherfield
right here is Mostert and all that speed.
So they end up cutting. He ends up cutting back to the strong side, pulling everyone in on the weak side. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 7.
Now, all you've got right here is Mostert and all that speed and two defenders, the corner and the safety.
Yeah.
And he's going to outrun them.
That's where Mostert earns his money right there, is that Mostert as a running back is outrunning corners. And this corner really did a good job coming down in the box like that to try to set the edge. But Moser puts the gas on and gets going. Now, I would like to point out that Austin Jackson completely almost ruined this play by not getting the outside shoulder of his man and bringing him across. So I want you to notice Austin Jackson at the right tackle here.
This is a staple. Watch the linebacker.
Austin Jackson takes his first step a little bit too hard on the left.
Move the Eagles defense. Everybody starts left. Now let's come back.
He didn't allow it. He didn't allow for man, anytime I see offensive tackle with his legs looking like that, that is never good. You can get zero leverage when you're twinkle toeing your feet like this, Austin Jackson, and your man's on like squared up on just a side of you. So he could have really, really hurt us on this play right here. But Mostert's speed makes up for the bad hand placement and positioning Austin Jackson has on this. And honestly, I got to say, Durham Smythe should be a little bit more aware of that Austin being like that and should have put a block on it or a chip block on him.
You got two key blocks here by the fullback and Sherfield.
He's racing all the way out into the second level, but is what it is.
Right there. Okay. Now, all you've got right here is Mostert and all that speed and two defenders, the corner and the safety, and he's going to outrun them. 26 yards.
Bro. Goodness gracious. It was great to see that speed from him. I had serious questions about his health, and I really predicted early on, predicted wrong, that they would put him on the PUP and stash him on the roster, let one of the younger guys hold the roster spot, and give him more time to get healthy so he could be healthy later in the year. But Mostert wasn't even playing, bro. He punched it in there and said, fuck this. This is my job. Look at that speed, bro.
He understands the offense.
I'd like to see him transition the ball to the outside hand when running like that.
Defenders, the corner and the safety.
I know a lot of faster running backs. They're more interested in running the ball. But anytime you go to the outside like that, I wish he would switch to his right hand for his outside.
And he's going to outrun him
with the ball.
26 yards. That's what Mostert does. He understands.
Good DB be punching that ball out if they can. But
now let's go inside.
That speed.
Let's go inside the pits. Watch Durham Smythe come in motion. All right. Now what's he doing there? He's going to fake at the end. And
so Durham Smythe comes from the top of your screen down into motion.
Watch Durham Smythe come in motion. All right. Now what's he doing there? He's going to fake at the end and set the end up. Take the end's eyes off of the prize, which is Liam Eichenberg coming on the trap. Now,
beautiful. I love Baldy's pointing on this. Did you see the coaching from Durham Smythe? What he's talking about? This is something that is the devil in the details that's going to make this system work great. You notice Liam Eichenberg pulls. He's going to come back across the side of the screen.
All right. Now, what's he doing there? He's going to fake it.
Right away, Williams takes that man, and Greg Little has got his guy far out on the left, out of screen on the left-hand side. Eichenberg comes back across, and what Durham Smythe does by staying in the line of fire and doing essentially an outside foot step, he has the DB preparing for contact as if he's going to try to block him out for a run coming up, which is not which is typically what you can expect if you're playing edge on this outside. No matter what position you're in, you got to be prepared for that tight end to be blocking, not so much running the route. So he fakes the block. And shout out to John Embry. This is how John Embry has made great, not good, great tight ends in the NFL. This is how John Embry comes in here with some clout for the tight ends that he's helped coach over the years, and why he got a head coaching opportunity. I believe it was with, I can't remember, Arizona. But look, he fakes the block with the outside foot, opening up his hips and revealing them to the defender like that. And look, you can see the defender putting his hands up, preparing for contact, and beautifully stays in the line of vision with that man long enough for Eichenberg to just pop up, which is not who he wants to see coming around the edge. What he's hoping to see coming around the edge is the running back with the football or a clear line of sight to the quarterback who has faked that to the running back. And he'll either go after Tua, which that'll depend on his duties, or he'll cover the running back out in the flat. I don't know what his duties are.
Get the end. But look, and set the end up. Take the end's eyes off of the prize.
And look, not only did he take the foot, but look at the eye contact he points at him. This is a beautiful move, man. Durham Smythe fixing to go off this year in this system.
Off of the prize, which is Liam Eichenberg coming on the trap. Boom. Now look at what Gaskin has.
Now I gotta be honest. Eichenberg should have been able to get. You got to get lower than that, Eichenberg. I know you're a big giant mofo, but I need you to get a little bit lower.
Now look at what Gaskin has.
Look at Gaskin. For everybody who was worried about or thinking Myles Gaskin ain't gonna make it on this football team, sorry guys. I told you guys weeks ago that this outside zone scheme fits Gaskin. It's what he ran in college. It's what his skill set looks good at. The one thing Gaskin needs to get, well, two things Gaskin needs to get better at is a little bit better in his pass blocking and a little bit better at shedding arm tackles. And man, bro, he just straight look at this. Look at that hole. I don't think the Dolphins seen one hole that big in the run game in the last 3 years. I'm serious. Look at that. Myles Gaskin's got to be thinking, what the fuck? What the hell?
That. Like, look at that lane he's got.
Look at that hole, bro.
Now, this one here is
And how about Myles Gaskin with a little bit of shake and bake at the end of the route? A little bit of shake and bake.
Now, look at what Gaskin has. Look at that. Like, look at that lane he's got.
Foink. That's where Gaskin earns his money right there. Making bitches miss.
This one here is a thing of beauty.
Okay, so we've got strong left, offset eye, the tight end / fullback, Ethan Carter, which is why he very well may end up on this football team. I can't wait until that number 82 is actually Alec Ingold in this scenario. But shout out to Ethan Carter, been just freaking putting that work ever since he came here. So it's an obvious strong left side. You can tell by how both linebackers, the strong side linebacker and the middle linebacker, are so far over to where now the strong side linebacker is essentially covering the tight end. And that's his job. He's got to make contact with that tight end. So the middle linebacker can come up. So here we go. Let's just watch.
Why is the fullback all the way outside the tackle? Why? Let's watch what they do.
Look what it does to the edge, bro. Look how wide the edge has got to get. In a scenario if Tua rolls out to his right, all these guys have been taken out of – those 4 guys can be taken out of the play by 3 guys, essentially, if Ethan Carter comes back across the right.
Like, this is I call this the supply chain issue.
And then there's the motion right there. That pre-snap motion, making him have to come up and cover is what puts a mismatch where you get someone out free to block for your running back.
Motion. And look, watch what I'm talking about.
Look at
here.
this.
Watch the alignment right here, right there. Watch right here. Okay, Connor Williams, Hunt, okay, Greg Little. They are now cutting off the entire Eagles defense. They can't get there. All right, now you got this key block right here. And look at this lane right here for Gaskin.
Look at Gaskin. This is why Gaskin works well in this system. His cutback ability, his vision and cutback ability is why he'll make it on the 53 guys. Because look, some running backs get a little bit overzealous, and if you can't make a sharp cutback, you go ahead and not sell the potential outside. You're starting to go inside, in which case number 38 here would just come up and plug the hole. But Gaskin doesn't do that.
You got this key block right here.
Look at this. He forces the defender to get out and put himself in a compromising position where there's guys in his chest.
This lane right here for Gaskin. Look at this. Like, look at all that green grass. Look at that. They cut the defense in half.
Boom.
And everybody says, oh, they're just an outside zone, wide zone, inside zone.
Nope.
Like, look at the inside trap here. Watch how Eichenberg hits this thing. It doesn't even have to be a great block. Just set it up.
Well, see, that's something that the Shanahan offense has done as of late, is that this wide zone scheme runs inside and outside trap plays that just does that looks like this. Look at the offensive linemen right now. They're all over the joint. It confuses the defense. It gets lost in traffic. And what happens is a hole pops up in the middle of it, and the running back knows where it's supposed to be, and the offensive linemen get to their key points. It's kind of like a play, if you will, in which you got to be at your key points at this point in time. So you're at where your zone out is, where your man's at. Now, if you get out there and ain't no one out there, then the defense really screwed up. So look.
Ahmed.
Now, God, dude, is that Eichenberg on the ground again? Come on, Eichenberg, bro.
Just set it up.
This is it seems like he's always tripping.
It doesn't have to be a great block. Just set
Connor Williams.
Set it up.
Yeah, he tripped right over Connor Williams.
Ahmed. Always looking at right here is the free safety.
That's it.
Like, that's all there is. Look at how quickly this thing hits.
And shout out to Ahmed shedding that tackle from a DB. That play a year or so ago, he would have gone down being a little bit too light. He's put a lot of weight and muscle on Ahmed. So it's paying off.
Like, that's all there is. Look at
he
how
sheds
quickly
this arm tackle
hits.
from number 73. I mean, he had him pretty good. Doesn't even slow him down.
Like, this thing
Ahmed just freaking turns the burners up.
I don't care who's playing the offensive line. It's going to blow up.
The scheme is so important for everything. It's what I was most excited about. And checking out some of these running plays and seeing it in live action with the guys that we have on the roster. And I still believe, as good as Ahmed played last night and as good as Sony Michel kind of looks, and I know everyone agrees to this. You see Sony Michel up there, he is significantly bigger. You're like, damn, look at that guy. He looks like a fullback. He's just beefier than everyone else. I don't know which one of those two makes it for running back 4, but I could, again, and I've said this plenty, I think they might only carry 3 running backs and the fourth running back ain't on this football team, that he's a free agent that they've got their eyes on, and that they're gonna go ahead and pick up another guy. I'm hoping they figure out a way to get Hunt in here, because I'll tell you what, Hunt can block, and Kareem Hunt is great out of the passing game in this system with this team. Are you kidding me? It would look so good in the Miami Dolphins jersey, man. Make that happen. Chris Gray, I know you watching, dog. Hook it up. Go get Kareem Hunt. Mike Gesicki. I'm sure we can work something out. All right, let's go ahead and get a little bit more film up in this mug. Now, here's a play where Austin Jackson gave up the sack on Tua. Now, you can look at this a couple of different ways. Austin Jackson did get beat and get his leg. He got a little narrow on his route, or excuse me, on his blocking. And it's almost like a tendency. If Tua was a right-handed quarterback, he probably would have seen and stepped up. But because he's left-handed, he ain't looking behind his back like that. And Austin Jackson needs to do a bit of a better job getting on the outside shoulder of the defender to prevent this from happening. Tua kind of rolls out to buy more time. This is more of a coverage sack than anything else, if you want to be real. But rolling out and trying to buy more time ended up causing this sack, along with good coverage downfield. So let's go ahead and take a gander, show you guys what I'm talking about here. So here we are, Tua in the shotgun. They've got Myles Gaskin is going out in motion. And they've got, I think that's Craycraft and Sherfield closest to the screen. And it looks like Mike Gesicki with his hand in the dirt at the top of the screen. So Myles Gaskin goes out wide. And I'm telling you this right now, Myles Gaskin being out wide like that on some of these plays is going to result in a freaking massive touchdown. They let one of these second-tier safeties, free safeties, get Myles Gaskin, and he catches him on a stutter step, and Tua puts that ball out there under where he can get underneath it. Myles Gaskin's going to house that bitch. Center needs to do a better job in a situation like this too, where maybe they can catch the defense on an encroaching and get a free football play. Because as you see, the defender bounces right there. Snap that football. That's a free football play, and that's when you take a shot down the field. I hope they're talking about this when looking at film, because I don't give a damn. As the center, as the quarterback, you see the defense do this. You see the defense go like that. You snap the football. You snap that football every time and take the free play. But that's quarterback center relationship. They need to talk about it. They're still learning each other. I think they may get a couple of those. That's what, man, I'll tell you what. When I see Tua hard counting and getting and snapping the ball with the center and getting free plays, that's when I'm gonna feel like, oh my God, we got a franchise dude that we need to start talking about paying. Thunk. There he comes. Now look, Austin Jackson's got a good job right here, right now. Now, right, the defender just made a good play. I got to be honest. And it's well defended. The only open wide receiver I can see is Craycraft coming wide open. Nobody's even covering him. And I don't know. It looks like Tua's looking that way. He should have seen him. I don't know why he looked away. He should have seen that. I can't tell. There may be a safety. Let me see how many got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's got to be some safeties up top that I can't see in this picture, because why didn't he take the shot to Craycraft? Wish I had another angle, but yeah. If the safeties are sitting on top, if there's safeties sitting above that I can't see out of this picture, there's got to be. They're down 2 men. Then the defense just made a good play. They read pass and dropped everyone back, and it was a good coverage sack. But right there, Austin Jackson got caught reaching a little bit. Needs to try to do his quick feet a little bit better. Now, I can wonder if maybe Austin knew where Tua was at in this design pass and throw, because it looks like, and I'm guessing that's Sherfield right there. Oops. Uh-oh, Vern. Damn it, what happened? Uh-oh, Vern. I'm guessing that's Sherfield coming from the top. No, it's not. It's Cedric Wilson coming streaking across that Tua was looking to throw it to. The DB did make, did come up good and play good on it, but I don't know, maybe he should have threw that ball anyhow. He should have threw that football. You can't blame him. I won't blame Tua for trying to buy more time by escaping out the pocket and trying to make a play. I won't blame him for that. Austin Jackson, maybe in this play, it's designed where he should have thrown that ball, and Austin knows where Tua's at, because if he would have followed and came back around, he probably would have stepped on Tua. So really, I can be as critical as I can all over this play, but great coverage downfield, and Austin Jackson just got a little bit reaching, and Tua kind of ran out into where the edge rusher could get a hold of him. Those plays are going to happen. I'm not gonna cry over some nonsense. Pete says that sack is all on Tua. Blind to the right, doesn't feel pressure coming from the right, rarely looks that way. I told y'all, need to put Armstead at right tackle and let Tua see the pressure with the left. So I don't think he ever, I don't think so, Pete, to be honest with you. I got to be real. I would rather have Armstead out at left on the best of the best that are rushing from that side week in and week out, and give Tua clean, when he does roll out that way, clean options in time. So, and you certainly don't pay Armstead, the left tackle, to then switch positions. I guess you could when you pay him all that money, but let's go ahead and check out some more. Here's another nice play from did we watch Tua to Trent Sherfield? No, did we see this one? I don't think so. Oh, no, we didn't. So here's a nice comeback route from Tua to Trent Sherfield. Look at the blocking, though. So let's start it from the beginning. Well, from the beginning of the video. Tua on the play action right there. The running back stops for blocking. Already, the defense, half the defense bid on the run. Got a deep high safety. When there's a single high safety like this and they're playing run, you got to pass, and that's the right play. So play action, double team, holding the edge rusher on the end where it's two tight ends, Mike Gesicki and Durham Smythe, tag teaming. Look at the block from Greg Little on the left tackle position. He just holds his man and gives to all this time. And the dudes in the middle, triple team the two guys. I got to say, it looked like, was Austin Jackson get pushed back, or did he try to fill in the gap? I can't tell. But on that comeback route, back to where the DB can't get it, knowing where the route is. If you notice when Tua throws the ball, Sherfield, Tua's already thrown that football. And at the top of your screen, I mean, look, this is a beautiful amount of time for Tua. He's gearing up to throw the ball, reaches back to throw it, Ball's already in the air, and Sherfield is just getting his head around to come back around. So he's going to look for the ball already in the air and catch that bad mamma jamma. Nice pickup right there. That was 2nd and 3. And, it's a pickup of, 15? Somewhere right around there. 12, 13-yard pickup. Great play. See, even Raheem Mostert agrees. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. I got a ton of them. Here's the run and play Raheem Mostert where he bounced it to the outside. It's the other angle from the Baldy breakdown. Here he is already bouncing it outside. Look at him turn on those jets. You could see right as soon as he wasn't running side to side anymore and starts running north and south, starts getting those knees high and picks him up. Look, right there. Gosh, dude, man, that guy's going to do some damage in this offense. I wasn't really sure about Raheem. I got to be honest, guys. I had a lot of reservations. He's an older dude, been injured, coming off surgery. I thought he could do some good work for us, but I thought he wasn't going to be ready week 1. But, man, dude, look at that. That guy's ready for week 1. We're going to fuck the Pats up on week 1, bro. It is going to be a bloodbath. All right, let's see. So I think this is with Teddy Bridgewater. But Salvon Ahmed, yeah. Teddy Bridgewater, this is a designed like screenplay, if it's the one I'm thinking of, to the running back. And he's got all kinds of time. They got trips up at the top of the screen with the tight end, Hunter Long. That's Craycraft in the slot at the bottom of the screen. Only protecting with 5, and they hold. Look at freaking Solomon Kinley's big gigantic ass with this one guy coming in late. That poor bastard. Look at him. Boom. Solomon Kinley, dude. I'm sorry, bro, but Eichenberg. If Eichenberg looks like how he's been looking light and ending up on the ground a lot, I'd rather than put Solomon Kinley out there at left guard, because when he puts his hands on somebody, I want you guys to look at Solomon Kinley on this throw where he gets a hold of the guy. Look at how hard he hits this dude. Boom! That guy is not going to want to come back through here again. But look, everybody goes deep. They bring 5 and got the whole middle of the field because of that bunch formation. That's how they got to do it. They got to stack with the safety on top. Linebackers got to cover the tight end. The nickel corners got to come underneath, and they're just confused all over the joint. And it leaves all this excess space to the running back who can catch the ball. And watch Salvon Ahmed. Look at all this room he's got. Look at all that room. Toes the side. I mean, bro, if this guy doesn't make this tackle, that's a walk-in. Look at safety has to come all the way back across the field. Great blocking, though. Great blocking. They bring the delayed blitz, and that guy who comes on the delayed blitz on that side is where Salvon Ahmed ends up catching the football. And we've seen the effectiveness. And Teddy wisely looked at where the blitz was coming from and threw it there. I'm pretty sure this was a designed play all day, but to go to the running back. But look at that. Boom. And this is the yak yardage we've been hoping to see out of this offense, where your running back, fast little speedy dude, who you want to throw the football to, catches the ball, and nobody's around him in 10-yard radius. Look at that. The closest dude around him is a friggin', I don't know if that's a linebacker. It looks like a linebacker at the start of the play line. coming back to chase him down, who he's got no shot. Gosh, that's the yak yardage we're hoping to see around here. Check out another one. Nice play. There's a nice dart to Braylon Sanders from Skyler Thompson, who hangs in the pocket. And look at I just want to, that's why I stopped it right here. I wanted to point out, look at the wall of blocking on this play. Just look at it. Look at that wall. It's insane. Right there. And they dropped a bunch of guys back in coverage, and he still was able to catch Braylon Sanders on this play. Who keeps up. That kid, he is so tall too, man. He's a big boy. Hold on. I wanted to finish off some of the Teddy stuff. Here's a nice play where Teddy Bridgewater off the play action finds River Craycraft in the second level. So here he is right now. Going to run the play action on Salvan Ahmed. The defense, this is why I love play action personally, because it causes the linebackers to bite. Everybody's crashing to the left, but the ball is being faked to the right. That's what causes the linebackers on the strong side and middle linebacker to get sucked up in all this mess and traffic here in the middle, and takes them out of the play. So then it allows the wide receivers to leak right behind the linebackers, and hopefully they're either running away from a DB, in which case the safeties have to fucking come up and make plays. When this offense and run game is clicking, you better have a good safety, because if you don't, you're gonna just get big play after big play on you. So here it is, play action. And this is the kind of Teddy Bridgewater I thought we were going to see last week, the guy who gets the ball off, not the guy that takes the safety. But here's Craycraft coming up on his man right now, getting ready to put his foot in the ground. There he goes. Thump finds him in the second level. So watch. He comes from the top of your screen. This is a nice throw, too. We're going to start from the beginning. Craycroft's right here at the start, right at the top of the screen, almost in the slot, I would say. I wish I was a little further back on this so I could see where everybody was at. And I don't know who was supposed to pick him up on this play. Was that linebacker supposed to go with him? Was that corner? But that high crossing route just torched him. All the linebackers are busy peeking at the quarterback, and Craycraft is just wide open, dude. Wide open. And you know what? This is what we're getting now in having an offensive coaching staff. This is the one thing, because, I mean, how many times did we say last year, when people were complaining about wanting answers with Tua or this offense, like, how many times do we watch other teams throw to guys that are downfield wide open? And how the hell do we never find ourselves throwing to guys like this? And here it is in this new system where we just saw Salvan Ahmed catch a ball 10 yards, nobody around him. Same thing for River Craycraft. If he would have stayed in bounds, if Teddy would have put the ball out a lot earlier, because let's be real, he's been wide open. But because Teddy had to roll out and get away from the pass rush, and kind of had to put it back across his body a little bit to throw it. Remember, he's rolling out to his left, so he's the right-handed dude, but not bad at all. Boom. Boom. Who missed their guy on that block? That's what I want to see. Who misses their man? It's the right guard. Who the hell's playing right tackle in this play? Because look at him. The right tackle right now is like parallel looking at the right guard. Why? I don't know who that right tackle is in this play, but from what I can see here, it looks like they might have read the play wrong. Because look, our right guard is blocking our right tackle in this play. Look, he's like, get the fuck out of my fucking way. Look at that. Look, if that wouldn't have happened, Teddy could have had all the time in the world and put it to Craycraft streaking across the middle, and who knows how far he would have gotten. Who the fuck is playing right tackle right there? Is that Austin Jackson again? You know, for Teddy that made a good play on this, not bad. But damn, I want to know who's playing right tackle on that play. I have to see about when I get the all 22. Here's another nice. River Craycraft was balling out all night, dude. Balling out all night. You gotta love it. Freaking Craycraft, to me, is the. I mean, I don't know how you pick Lynn Bowden over him other than Lynn Bowden in his special teams. I love Lynn Bowden. I want to make that very, very clear. I am a big-time Lynn Bowden guy. But the way they're using River Craycraft in this offense and the amount, I got to feel like he's edging out Bowden in this way. Especially because, and this is something I've felt for a while, and I talked to some of my sources down there about to confirm this feeling I've had about Lynn Bowden. That Lynn Bowden, although is a friggin' gamer, and we all know Lynn Bowden's he shows out in the games, but in practice, he's out of position. He's dropping footballs. He looks good a lot too, but he has lack thereof consistency in practice. And nothing pisses off an offensive-minded coach more than showing inconsistencies in practice, because coaches want guarantees as best as they can. And so if you're inconsistent in practice, chances are you're not going to play. And I think Lynn Bowden falls victim to a lot of that. Let's go ahead and check out this throw to River Craycraft here on a rope. So, looks like it's running back with a tight end in the backfield / fullback, comes into motion, goes a little to the right, but then goes to the left. And this is the beauty. Like, it's all about misdirection and getting the defense moving. Well, notice nobody moves. Everyone stays. They're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the line coming. They've got 2 tight ends set on this, because now the second tight end's coming across to the weak side. So they've got 3 on one side. And I can't tell. Looks like they might have. I don't know. Let's see. Let's play a little bit more. Now they got 3 on the other. So it's read and run all day on this. Wide receivers playing close. Nope. Right into drop back. We're throwing this football. And Teddy just looks for the second level. And Craycraft, being the friggin' veteran that he's been, what he's shown from us is that he knows how to shorten the route or lengthen the route on his deal to find the soft spot in the zone coverage in the secondary. And ball wasn't really accurate for all the time he had, but as long as he puts it to him and catches it, I guess, I mean, if that safety coming down was a little bit closer on him, it would have been a great throw because it put it out and away where only Craycraft could get it. But something tells me, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I want to see. And look, to be real, all three guys in front of him are open as well. Nice catch. Getting up high. Grab that football. It's a little bit high and away. Teddy could have been a lot more accurate with that football, but the result probably would have been the same as far as yardage gained. But I will be, could have been a little bit more of an accurate pass for Craycraft. But hey, that's a Craycraft play, really. All right, let's check another one here, guys. Oh, here's Noah Igbenogany early in the day with a pass breakup out there with the starting defense early in the first quarter on a second and inches. Noah's playing man-to-man coverage on the outside. They look at it and say, hey, we know this guy Noah sucks. We're going for him. And Noah, look at him. Look at him with his head around. Everybody look at Noah Igbenogany getting out there and putting his head around early to find the football. He's got the man. He's got position. He's got his hands. He's got it. Looks around for the football. Fights. Oh, my Lord. Did we just see Noah Igbenogany play football the way we all hoped he could? Let's watch it again, ladies and gentlemen. And it's all Noah. The safety's out there, but Noah's got to lock this man down one-on-one out here. And this is what we are going to ask him to do in this defense. This is what this defense does. This is how we finna be playing it, see? Because this defense is designed to eliminate mobile quarterbacks. So to do that, you need guys who can lock the edges down one-on-one. I'm telling you, it's a fact. It's dealing with the speed and mobile quarterbacks. That's why we beat Lamar Jackson's ass last year, because of the way this defense is designed. But look at Noah coming up, getting on there, staying kind of got a little physical, little handsy, but didn't prevent the wide receiver from catching the ball at all, and got up there and got his hand on the football. That's what I want to see from my first overall draft pick corner. Him putting his hand on the football. Not the other way around. All right. Shout out to Noah. He needed that. Everything we needed to see, Dolphins fans, to feel better about decisions we know are going to happen. You know what I'm saying? In that Tua's starting week 1, no matter what anyone thinks, says, or want to believe about Skyler, Teddy, or anything, doesn't matter. Facts remain that Tua's going week 1. We hadn't seen in live game the Tua to Tyreek Hill connection. We got to see that. Also, another fact is that Noah Igbenogany was going to probably make the 53-man roster no matter what. Because of draft status alone. We need to see him get his friggin' head around and do something. And he did. I feel great about that. So here we go again from Elijah Campbell with the pick 6. Gotta love it. He snatches it out of the air and does what he can. And look at this. Look. Hands up. Great defensive play. terrible throw and just grabs that football and says, I need to be on the 53, coach, and fights through tackles. That's what I loved. Extra effort. And you know what I love seeing too? I love seeing my defenders coming down there. Look at Duke Riley putting blocks, grabbing his man, trying to help him score. Look, who was that too that was coming up there? Who's that came off the edge? Is that Fedulum? It is Fedulum. This motherfucking Fedulum, bro. Clayton Fedulum making the football team, dude. I know you don't want to hear that, guys, but I don't know why. They love him. Look at Clayton Fedulum and Duke Riley. Both are like, come with us, young man, and bring him in there for the touchdown. You gotta love it. The best of the best. All right, let's get some more. Where was I? So many guys are trying to keep, Sylvan Ahmed bounces it outside. Here we go. And here's where Sylvan Ahmed, in the short term, being a Miami Dolphin, has done well typically, is when he bounces it outside because of his speed. Everyone's blocking to the right, puts his foot in the ground, and just takes it to the outside. You know what I do love? See what he did there immediately? Watch what he does. Great running back. He switches his dominant, his ball carrying hand. He's got it in his right hand right now. But watch him. Switches it over to his left to take it to the outside shoulder to protect the football. That is so key in being a running back. You guys have no idea. Put the ball on the outside arm to protect it from the defender from punching it out. He puts the jets on, sheds a dude, and gets a nice sizable gain. Gotta love that. Sylvan Ahmed made a strong case to be the last running back on the roster over Sony Michel, to me personally. But I don't know. I think what the Dolphins will do is they'll carry 3 and they'll let Sony Michel and Zaquandre White along with what's his name? Sylvan Ahmed, Zaquandre White, Sony Michel. One of those guys clears waivers and they put him on the practice squad. And that'll be good. So here's the play in which Hunter Long gets absolutely robbed of a touchdown. And at this point, the Dolphins are smacking them around 24-0. And they didn't want to see 31-0 for whatever reason. So they had to stop that from happening. And they rob us. They got to remember, they got to go, hey, Dolphins fans, just remember, you're not just playing, the Eagles out here. You're playing the striped Patriots, the zebra Patriots as well. So here we go. We've got 3 to the top of the screen with the wide receiver, with the, I don't know who that is. Can't tell if that's a tight end or not. Tight to the formation. And that looks like Craycraft in the slot at the bottom of the screen. The running back was on his right, but comes over to his left to the weak side to counterbalance for the pressure because they're only protecting with 5. The defense is playing it on the defensive line with like a strong right because that's the blind side of the quarterback. So they're going to try to catch him blindside him. But the Teddy either calls for the protection to go to the other side, or that was the play design. So we'll see. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Hunter Long. Now I want you to take a look at Hunter Long on this play. Notice how he comes and breaks to the left. That's Hunter Long down at the bottom of the screen. Watch how he runs this route. Now, we've seen a lot of guys, they come to the top of the route and then they break left, and then that's where they'll get called for like a push off trying to come back to the other direction, and it's a designed route that way. But it doesn't look like he pushed at all. What it looks like is he put his hands to change direction and the DB grabs him. Now watch it. Right there, he grabs him. I mean, he's got his jersey. He pulls the jersey. He doesn't push him. He doesn't drive through him. He doesn't run through him. He gets his right hand on his outside shoulder to then shift and change direction and catch the football. And that's a clear and easy touchdown. But they call it back as pass interference on Hunter Long. Terrible, terrible call. Totally got robbed. Look. Look. I mean, look at that. That is clean. If anything, it's pass interference on the freaking DB who's got him by the freaking collar. Terrible call, man. Totally got robbed on that play. Should have been 31-0 at that point. But Hunter Long, later in the game, gets his shot with Sky the minigun Thompson. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are leading in the third quarter, 27-3. Skyler Thompson comes out of shotgun, running back to his left. It's almost like the exact same play on the other side. See where the D line is wide on the face side. There's Hunter Long in there at the slot, and watch him. A little bit later of it, though, it's not the same route Hunter Long was running. But how about Skyler Thompson on the pump fake to buy the time? Because look, when he goes to throw, no one's open. But he gets, because of how he pump fakes, he gets the DB, watch, to look back and see where his man is and catches that extra second and throws it right over. I got to say, honestly, that play, if that was a better linebacker, he would be jumping that route and intercepting that football. I'm being real. Hunter Long made a great play coming and getting the angle on the linebacker. Hunter Long made that play because look at the freaking linebacker putting his hands out. He's like, "Oh my God, he's throwing it to me." He's throwing it to me, which could have happened because he's jumping off his toes, throwing it over. Hunter Long made that touchdown. That was an ill-advised throw by Skyler Thompson, honestly. Coming down, getting hit, throwing it out there. That could have been a friggin' super, not only an interception, but the guy could have really done some damage running with the football. But look at it. Boom. Not bad. Not bad from the young guy. We got some more we're going to show here momentarily. We're hitting around the 2-hour mark. Make sure everybody's liking, sharing, subscribing if you're new. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, come over to YouTube. Subscribe here on the network. Make sure you guys are checking out all the great programming we have here on the TFTG, the Fins Tailgate Network. Starting out every Tuesday with Tonk 7 TMI Tuesdays, live between 9 and 10 with color commentary on there with them. And then myself and Ali filling in at co-hosting. You guys can also catch color on Thursdays with late night. Catch coffee with a cup of color on and the daytime and mornings. Caught them earlier today. Saturdays, you got late night exhale with Ali. 10 p.m. Been crushing it on the Saturdays. I appreciate everyone coming out. Then you got me, El Capitan, TFTG, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, every day. Anyway, all the time. You can catch me usually in the evenings or at night, but trying to go during the day. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate, guys. Please support the channel. You can also support the channel through getting some good old gear. It's going to get cold before you know it. Get yourself a TFTG hoodie. Before it gets cold, get yourself some sandals and the tank top to enjoy the beach and the outside before you got to bundle up. But when it is time to bundle up, get yourself a beanie. When you're going to the games, make sure to bring your flag and rock the gear with the hat. And you will get beautiful women like this in your life for you fellas out there. If you buy a hat, a TFTG hat, they will come flocking to you. And for the ladies out there, it'll instantly make you feel and look beautiful. So you're welcome. And I promise you, you walk around with that hat on, they're going to go, yo, what's TFTG? They're going to always ask you what that's about. Fanatics link is in the description, guys. Make sure to buy all your gear through Fanatics link in our description. Help support the show that way. Get yourself your own Dolphins gear. Get some good stuff. They got all kinds of one-of-a-kind stuff out there that are on sale. You'd be surprised. But nothing like the Backroom Collection. The artwork that they have on there is one-of-a-kind stuff. You can get signed memorabilia, custom-made stuff. It's amazing. Things you can't get anywhere else. You use offer code #TFTG and get 10% off all your purchases. And the best way, the easiest way to interact is through the super chat. So if you guys throw some money on the super chat, when the chat's rocking like the way it is, it's easier to see your questions, easier to see what you guys are asking. Or if you guys just want to get down with the emoticons, make sure to join the family and come along with the hashtag, with the TFTG family. And you can become a member, hit the join button, help support the show that way. You get all the cool emoticons. You can flex on everybody anywhere else saying, yeah, I'm a TFTG member and you ain't. So support the show in all the different ways you can, guys. We really, really, really appreciate it. It helps out like you guys wouldn't believe. And share. And the easiest way to support, if you can't donate, you can't join or whatever, just hit the like button. Share it on some other social media. That always helps out. Help us grow. We're over 2,200 subscribers right now. We're clicking. We're doing everything we can, dropping videos, grabbing clips, making, custom little edited things. I'm putting in extra work on it, guys. Killing it. I mean, I literally built what I'm in right now for the show, along with storage that I got some here in the front, but really, to grow this channel with you guys. So this is still ground level of what we hope to be, and what we believe, we can provide great content. So yeah, you's asking about a fantasy league for some money. Yeah, listen, we're definitely gonna get in on a fantasy league around here. I'm trying to get the boys at Cash and Tickets all hooked up so we can run the Cash and Tickets show. I actually came in on the Cash and Tickets intro, so I want you guys to be able to, do that. Brandon the bookie, along with doing some of the other stuff that he's gonna be doing, the betting, all that good stuff, man. Tons and tons and tons of stuff for that show. So once the season, probably next week, we're gonna be hashing out a lot of those details. And also, guys, next Wednesday, got a really special show planned for you guys. We're getting together a bunch of the creators for a debate type of show. It'll be after the 53-man roster cut. We could talk about the preseason game that we just finished, all that good stuff. And, it'll be fun. Should be having that thumbnail out by tomorrow morning sometime. And so we can celebrate what great content we're getting ready to have here on Wednesday. I'm totally, yeah, Adam, thanks, brother. Like the 2 and On Nation. I'm gonna grow it as fast and as strong as we can, brother. And we ain't never gonna stop stopping. We ain't gonna ever quit. We ain't never going nowhere. because I've been here for the good, the bad, the ugly, and I will be here when they win the big game, and I will talk so much trash. I will be insufferable. Bills, Patriots, and they will never want the Dolphins to win another Super Bowl in the NFL for the amount of shit talking that I will be doing around this month. So let's pull up another video here. So yeah, let's go ahead and find a little bit of more fun. Friggin' in limited action. This is why I love Lynn Bowden Jr. Skyler Thompson finds Lynn Bowden Jr. and he just does the work after that for a touchdown. We've been seeing a lot of Craycraft, and I really think the way Craycraft played and has been being used with the ones and playing a lot, I really feel like Craycraft has solidified himself on this football team. But if Lynn Bowden ends up not making this football team and gets his blocking, so all my defensive guys read this screen, but it's Jalen Phillips that's coming in from as pass rusher all the way deep to come back across and dive and make those tackles. We've seen him make these tackles in games before where he just spreads out and uses his length and gets a hold of the running back. Look, for a loss of yards. Thank you. Got him. Jalen Phillips, 10+ sacks this year. Done deal. Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. I don't know if we've shown this, but this is Myles Gaskin breaking some tackles. This is still in the first quarter. This is with Tua out there. Offset eye. Looks like the tight end is on the strong side. This might be the same play. Yeah, comes into motion. Right there. Oh, man. Look at freaking Myles Gaskin with the balance breaking tackles. Into traffic. Look at this freaking blocking, dude. And look at Gaskin. See, last year he would run right into the asses of his linemen and try to pop out, and it wouldn't work. This year, the hole opens up, and he ain't got to run into anybody's asses. He just bursts through it. And now look at him. Number 37 is going to have to get him. And if he does, I mean, Gaskin on this football team, guys. Sorry. It's a done deal. All right, let's see. Let's get into some Skyler Thompson. Hold on. Let me make sure I got everybody else because I was waiting. Yep. All right. Let's watch Skyler Thompson. We've already seen some. Here's a nice freaking bomb to Eze Izukama. Running backs way deep on this play. Looks like going tight end at the top of the screen with two wide receivers. I think that's Craig. Oh, no. Looks like it's two tight ends. Both got their hand down. So it's a strong, super strong left. And that's Eze, I think, at the top of the screen in the slot there. This is a nice sell on the run to the weak side. Everybody gets tangled up. The linebacker allows both the wide receivers across his body, bombs that thing down there. Eze. The pass on this is a beautiful pass. Eze tracks the ball amazing in the air, and I don't give a damn. But if you notice, and I was hearing people say, oh, no, he wouldn't have caught the ball We got the pass interference, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, if he wouldn't have grabbed him right there, he would have caught that football because he gets his hand. Look, he's got his hand on that ball. He would have caught it. He's holding his left hand around him. So that's where the call happened. See? Boom. The ref didn't throw the flag because of him slapping around and yoking him back. That's not why he threw the flag. He threw the flag because he had his left arm pinned and held him back for holding. But then it got called pass interference because he yoked him back too. So he was ready to throw the flag for holding downfield. And how about freaking Skyler Thompson across his body, rolling out to his left? Boom. What a freaking bomb, too. Beautiful play. Beautiful pickup. And to my point earlier about this football team and what I need to see from Tua, I need him to take shots like he did with the Tyreek Hill and like how Skyler Thompson just took that shot. Those are the types of shots I want to see him take at times because you need to be. You need to. For that reason right there, you pick up that flag. But it may have been a little underthrown, but considering that he's rolling to his non-dominant side and, had to throw it across his body, and he jumped a little bit into it. We see a lot of dudes, a lot of quarterbacks jump. They kind of spring off their back foot to get that extra little oomph on that muh. It's part of it. Yes, Bo. Tracked it freaking beautifully. Just a beautiful display of wide receiver keeping his eye on the ball right there. And then we got where's it at? So here's a bullet to Easy from Skyler. He put some heat on this one, a little extra mustard. We got two wide receivers, got a running back to his left, and I don't know who's at the line down there. I can't tell. I think that's Easy at the line. Tight end and Easy come with like a short slant, and then I think it's a post on the other side. Yeah, it's a deep post, while the other two wide receivers are just running. I don't know what the fuck they're running. But I don't like how my man gets drilled in the ground right here. Look at this. What a dirty play. Look. Gets him, has him, and he scoops. Look. He freaking picks him up and drills him into the ground. See what I'm saying? Like he jumped on him and shit. Look. Why you got to be putting my man in the dirt like that? I get that we're beating you 34-3. And, you might be feeling some kind of way. But damn, dude. Be trying to hurt my young man out there. And this is the thing that you got to worry about in final preseason games. Guys trying to stand out on film, doing something like this. Wes Welker's got to feel so proud to pick his Texas Tech boy and him be showing out like he has been all preseason. Skyler Thompson put some mustard on that thing too, bro. Look at that. All right. There's another one. Where'd it go? Oh, Skyler Thompson's touchdown to Sethan Carter, which I love this play. So check out this play, and I want to see this play in the regular season too. All right. So you got the running back in the back here. You've got wide receiver in the slot, and there's Sethan Carter just behind the line on the right-hand side. You got two wide receivers up at the top. Comes into motion. It's Preston Williams going into like a wide motion. They fake the handoff. And look, just wide open. Everybody bites. This is what you get when you got an effective running game and an effective blocking scheme. The way your offensive linemen are moving in this scheme is selling that run, that you're going to see a run come at you. But no, there he is right there. Just fights for extra yards. I mean, easy. Just easy, like it should be. If you call the right play and they bite the wrong way. Misdirection. I mean, you got to look at it from their perspective, okay? It's the strong side to the right, okay? And you bring motion from the left side of your screen down to the right side. Typically, that's where you would want to hand the ball off to the running back that's running right as everyone's blocking to the right. You have to do your job. You got to pick up your man. You can't allow all these dudes coming out as potential blockers for a running back and not be there, because if he does have the ball, he's going to march right in. What you do now is you isolate the other side of the field with less guys to find beatable one-on-one matchups. And Ethan Carter, watch at the snap, comes trap play right across the backside. And I don't know who's playing the wide receiver at the top of the screen, but he's going to come on like a slant route to open up that end of the field. Now the safety who's in the center field there should be already moving to his right in that hole, but he's not. He doesn't see Ethan Carter. He already bit too far across the line on the run. He got caught peeking. Now he notices the running back doesn't have the ball, and here goes the quarterback on the bootleg. So then he's got to look and come back around, and it's just too late. It's just too late. I know it was the I want to say it was the it was the weak side linebacker that made the tackle, but it was the safety at the top that fucked that play up. It was also a little bit of the weak side linebacker getting caught in traffic and not maintaining his edge in case there was a rollout. But that's the thing that this offense does. It gives you so much extra work that if you're doing your job, like, I don't know, if you're doing your job as a linebacker, just look at all the confusion right there. Just look at all the confusion that the defense has to do as the ball's being snapped. Watch. That motion, look, now he's following him in motion. The linebackers are switching around. The middle linebacker is becoming the outside linebacker now. Then he's like, oh, no, I got to go out here and catch this man, and he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Great play design. Easy to toss in there. Made an easy pass, and I want to see us do a lot of this with Tua, which is kind of why I think they even roll it out to the left on the fake, because then Tua would have his predominant throwing hand. He wouldn't have to come in like Skyler does to reach right around his body. He could have already threw that ball and probably would have gone untouched because Tua's left-handed. Beautiful. Beautimus. Shout out to Jared Dotes getting some work in as well. Thank goodness. Jared Dotes citing everybody. Here he goes. Deep back there. Got the tight end to the left with his hand in the dirt. One wide receiver at the top, two at the bottom. And effective running earlier on this drive is what got them the touchdown. This is the touchdown drive, but this is just earlier from Jared Dokes. Izukama comes into motion back down, but then goes back right there. Boom. Becomes a blocker on here, Izukama. essentially wide receiver in a blocking role of more often reserved for a tight end. This is the key. This is why Devontae Parker is no longer on this football team, because he would never, ever block the way they're asking Izukama to block on this. He would do the job, but he wouldn't do the block. Going in there at the line like that and meeting a blocker. That run for the first down there, burst through the hole from Jared Dokes, is made possible because of Izukama's great blocking. Look at this. Comes in and watch him. Right there. Takes on the, what was that, the safety? Yeah, the safety comes down and plays in the box. Reading run. Filling in that hole. And Izukama just meets him right away. And now it's a hat on a hat, and the nickel has to come up and make the tackle. Boom. But he's far back down there after a pickup of about 6. This is what effective running looks like because of effective blocking. Most important in running is blocking. Love that. Here's a little bit better display of what I thought we were going to get when we picked up Jared Dokes last year. A little bit of his physicalness in the run game. So here we go. Right here. Just fighting through some guys, falling forward. Big dude. Bounces it back too. Sees that there's no hole there. Good vision. Comes back and bounces it and falls forward for the first down, in which case the next play was the Ethan Carter touchdown pass. I think between Dokes, Sylvan Ahmed, Zaquandre White, and Sony Michel, they're probably pretty confident one, if not two of those names will make it past waivers. And really, as important as a running back is in this system, it's almost more important about the blocking scheme versus the running backs. So I think that might be it, guys. Let me check. I think that might be everything we got. Yeah. Maybe I'll make a compilation into a like a highlight video or something. Kind of like what I did here on oops, what the hell happened? On this. Got the highlight video of our new signed Trey Flowers that we picked up. You guys check that out. Trey Flowers coming in here. I'm going to pull up this article real quick. Give you guys all the information on Trey Flowers. Little bit of dissecting, playing the run pretty good there on that one. Inside, this is why Trey Flowers is going to be good, is because he can play inside, outside as well. So he's got familiarity with this system, having played, I think it was 4 years with the Patriots, and they picked him up in the 4th round. The Lions paid him a boatload of money, and he became a cap casualty because they overpaid him to get talent in the building. And, I mean, that happens plenty. Look at his stunt move that he pulls here on this one on us. Inside stunt, takes the inside lane. He's got the speed to do that. Watch it all back one more time. I want to say the Dolphins gave him a $3 million contract with 2.1 guaranteed, and he can make another $900,000 in bonuses. I'm pulling up the article now, and I'll read that article for you guys here directly. Right after these highlights. Not bad. Look at friggin' Patrick Mahomes as he's going down and getting tackled. He thought about throwing that football. Look at him. Look at him. He's thinking about throwing it as he's going to the freaking ground. I like him on this stunt play. It's too bad it came against us. But good news is this was the Miami Miracle game. So he might have pulled a sack in this stunt move, but it doesn't matter because Ted Karras got downfield and set the block that had Ken and Drake take it to the hizzle. Boom. So, yeah, all right. Whew. Tons and tons of shit, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and get the information. Sun Sentinel article from David Fornes. Dolphins reach an agreement with edge defender Trey Flowers. Trey. Ashtray. For all you guys that don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood, as y'all may or may not know. Ashtray. The Miami Dolphins are reportedly adding a veteran help on edge after the preseason conclusion in the form of former Patriots and Lions defensive end Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers and the Miami Dolphins reached an agreement, according to ESPN, on Sunday after NFL Network reported this past week he was at the team facility for a workout. Now, for everybody who doesn't know, this signing I see more in lieu of Andrew Van Ginkel maybe missing week 1. But I think it's even more than that. I think it's telling from the guys that they're seeing, like Darius Hodge and Porter Gustafson, guys that I still think might make the roster, and we'll do 53-man roster tomorrow, but that changes my math, if you will. All right, so neither the team nor Coach McDaniel, when speaking on Sunday afternoon, confirmed the signing, but McDaniel offered his observations upon watching the veteran work out. What I saw was a guy that was in shape, that was ready to play. He's a consummate professional with a lot of the versatility to his game and length. His style in football is conducive to the style we play. He's versatile. His versatility is attractive. Flowers is a 7-year veteran in the NFL. He has 64 starts in his 75 games that he's played. So he's been a starter most of his damn career, guys. He has 261 regular season tackles, 31 and a half sacks, 10 forced fumbles, and 4 fumble recoveries. That's pretty damn good stats for 7 years. The 6'2", 265-pound edge defender is a 2-time Super Bowl champ from his first 4 seasons with the Patriots. In New England, he spent time with the current Dolphins coordinator, Josh Boyer, who was the cornerbacks coach there at that time. Flowers has played the last 3 seasons for the Detroit Lions, where he also played some outside linebacker in 7 starts last year in 2021. The move comes as the Dolphins have outside linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel's status in doubt for the first game of the regular season after the removal of his appendix. So fellow outside linebacker Brendan Scarlett, who has also received reps at defensive end this offseason, has also missed recent weeks of practice with the undisclosed injury. So doing some dissecting here between Scarlett being undisclosed injury and Andrew Van Ginkel. I don't think Andrew Van Ginkel won't be on the 53. I would think that maybe they'll put him just on the 53 because he's not going to be out very long. But maybe they put Brendan Scarlett on the PUP. I don't know. They might have that reserved for somebody a little bit more important to them. I really think that Tanner Connor, who's been seen in a knee brace, I've mentioned this already, that he'll end up on IR and maybe done for the season. They'll just put him on ice for when they move on from Gesicki next year, unless Gesicki gets traded and magically see Tanner Connor get healthy all of a sudden. Scarlett could be on the roster cutoff line with the NFL deadline about to get cut to 53 players on the active roster fast approaching Tuesday at 4 p.m. Others such as Porter Gustafson, Darius Hodge, and 7th-round rookie Cameron Good are among the players competing for that final roster spot at the position. So, to me, if we're picking a final roster spot between those 4 guys, Darius Hodge, Porter Gustafson, Scarlett, and Cameron Good, for the 53-man roster, I would gamble on Cameron Good, but the safer bet would be Porter Gustafson. That's who I would that's probably who's going to end up making the roster. Maybe they'll cut Scarlett. The problem is Scarlett's owed like $1 million in guarantees if he gets cut. So I think you can cut Porter Gustafson and there's no dead cap, if I recall correctly. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at this. Darius Hodge is minimal if they cut him. Cameron Good, probably minimal, less than Scarlett. I know that. And I think Scarlett is the most cap hit in these 4 guys, which irritates me because a lot of times it comes down to the money on the reason why they make the roster. Even though Porter Gustin has put on a good display as well as Hodge, and I like what I saw in limited snaps from Cameron Good. I don't know, man. That's a tough deal. This offseason, the Dolphins signed Melvin Ingram as a key defensive acquisition after revamping the offense. Ingram appears to be in line for the starting position opposite Jalen Phillips at outside linebacker with defensive end Emmanuel Ogbah in the base 3-man front. So, good things to come. Not too bad. Not too bad, guys. I want to see Cameron Good stay on this football team. Practice squad dude for sure. But I just like his I like his hustle. I like his speed. If he ends up on the 53 and he's playing a lot of special teams, I'll feel really good at him out there on special teams trying extra hard to make his presence felt out there. Because I don't know, I just got a little bit of a feeling about Cameron Good. I don't know why. And I'll be honest, guys, I feel better about Cameron Good at this point than in what they're asking him in his role than our 3rd-round pick, whose name is escaping me right now, the Georgia linebacker, Tyndall. But Tyndall's making the 53 no matter what, guys, because he's an off-the-ball linebacker, and we need depth. We didn't pick him up in the 3rd round, and his upside's great. So that good feeling. That's right, DDG. I like that. I had something else I wanted to go over with you guys, and then we'll pull up the coach's interview. Where did I find it? It was an article from the Miami Herald. Let's see. Make sure everybody's hitting that like button, please. No, I guess it wasn't in the Herald. It must have been in the Sentinel. Oh, yeah, it was in the Sentinel. Here it is right here. Idiot. David Fornes, Dolphins 53-man roster predictions at preseason conclusion ahead of Tuesday's cuts. So this is David Fornes' 53-man roster. Says here, shout out to the Miami Sun, the Sun Sentinel. Make sure you guys, support the local guys in the paper. Some of the best information we get are from the guys that are there all the time. And the only way to ensure that we can continue to get this information is by subscribing and throwing a little bit of Chang-Lang on there. I spend a good amount of money on sources to pay to receive this information to give to you guys. So I always recommend, to subscribe or, at least donate to El Capitan so I could pay for all the subscriptions for all the content that I'm using to put content together for you guys. Much obliged for everyone who does donate. The final few active roster spot cuts are annual sum of the toughest decisions NFL teams have to make as August turns into September and training camp turns into regular season prep. We are on the precipice of real football. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you all are ready. Yes. All right. Miami Dolphins general manager Chris Grier and coach Mike McDaniel have several questions to answer by Tuesday at 4 p.m. deadline to cut their roster from 80 to 53. They have 5 weeks of training camp, plus they have had 5 weeks of training camp, plus 3 preseason games with players on the border of the active roster making their lasting impressions with Sunday's amazing victory of 48-10, the absolute decimation of the heart and soul of the Philadelphia Eagles, where they got to be rolling into week 1 thinking, holy shit, our defense sucks because the Dolphins did whatever they had their way with them. Somebody call the police because there is molestation of a defense happening out here. Thank you. Dolphins then will find out which cut players aren't claimed by other teams and select from that group to have their 16-player practice squad. The Dolphins can also add other teams' cuts if they find someone worthy of a roster spot. And I'm looking at running backs. To me, they'll carry somewhere extra. I'm thinking it's the quarterback position. They'll only carry 3 running backs, and then they'll put Skyler Thompson on the practice squad, protected practice squad player. And then with that extra roster spot now, they will go and find a 4th running back that they've had a twinkle in their eye on for some time. Who that running back is, I don't know yet. But I'm waiting to hear back from some sources. So, real sources. That's why I haven't said much. Do the Dolphins keep 3 quarterbacks? How many and which running backs and receivers nab the final spots? How many decisions will be determined by special team contributors? Which players won their position battles? Here's a prediction of the Miami Dolphins 53-man roster ahead of Tuesday's cuts. They start with the quarterbacks here. And right now, I'm guessing he's saying he's going to keep 3 quarterbacks, which is a high likelihood from what Skyler Thompson has put on for the Dolphins in his preseason work, as well as training camp. So let's take a gander at what he has to say. The hot topic is whether to keep Thompson, the 7th-round rookie pick, on as a 3rd quarterback. And upon hearing Coach McDaniel's Sunday comments, and I'm actually going to pull that up and have it ready for you guys because that's the kind of That's the kind of show I'm trying to have here. We're going to give you information, give you some clips, give you some love, kiss you on the neck, pat your butt when you need it, and scream at you and tell you need to do better when that has to happen as well. So here's a little clip from Mike McDaniel. I've got 2 of them, of him and his words from the press conference today. Let me go ahead and pull it up, see? Oh, shoot. Would work better with audio, wouldn't it?
Outside of the 7th round draft pick, and people outside of the organization actually know his name. I think he's opened eyes with the way he's played, and
he said something very telling there, that people outside the organization knowing his name, which is kind of why you keep a third quarterback, because you can't keep that man a secret. There's other teams out there looking at their piss poor quarterback for him thinking, shit, that boy got some talent. I want that.
It's made that situation very tricky in terms of whether or not you can try to have him on practice squad or keep him on the 53. But, much like a lot of players, I think he, especially one of the things I was most happy with in this past game is pretty much all the participants can hold their head high and stand on what they've done in the preseason with the closing of it being last night, and he should hold his head high. And 7th.
So I have the part 2 of that clip. Just give me a moment and I'll pull it up here for you guys. Look, that is Von Joe right there. Go Von Joe. Hold on, let me pull it up. Here's the rest of that clip.
He should hold his head high and hopefully rest easy, because he is.
This is the key part.
Quite literally everything he can to be a part of this team.
This is the key part. He should rest easy, Dolphins fans.
Hold his head high and hopefully rest easy, because he's done everything he can to make the 53 man. He has done quite literally everything he can to be a part of this team. And hopefully rest easy, because he has done quite literally everything he can to be a part of this team.
Beautiful. So, no joke. We'll go back to the article now. Upon hearing Coach's comments on Sunday, I believe he is now leaning in favor of it after probably being on the verge of going against the idea of keeping 3 quarterbacks. Thompson threw 3 touchdowns in the second half finale preseason game. And sure, what is done in the preseason hasn't come against starting caliber NFL defenders. But more importantly, McDaniel has been impressed with the rookie signal caller's command of the offense. Valoa as the starter and Bridgewater as one of the league's top backups with ample starting experience. The Dolphins may be fine this season with the 2 of them and hoping to keep Thompson on the practice squad. But I'm inclined to believe another team would certainly snatch Thompson for their active roster. So if the Dolphins don't, that's what'll end up happening. And nothing against Reed Sinnett. We all loved Reed Sinnett when he was around here. But that winning drive that he had in the preseason got him the job that he's got now. And Skyler Thompson would probably most certainly take his job if he didn't get on this football team. Skyler Thompson will not, I repeat, will not clear waivers if he doesn't make the 53. One of these other poverty franchises will come and pick that boy up because he's got intangibles and does well. And, I'm sure when you look at other teams in a lot of ways, you're gonna be like, oh, that's their starter. That's not their backup. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Pete's Take with the $20 donation. I love that I just heard that, Captain. Myself, we will now rest easy. Congrats, 19. Good night, everybody. Hey, brother. Good night, Pete. Thanks for coming around. Love you, bud. Thank you for the $20 donation. Guys, be more like Pete. Give some to the fandom. We appreciate it, guys. You have no idea. We love it. He's always Pete for all of the crap everyone gives Pete. No one is more. I know everybody hates on the guy for his takes because he's out here just making you think. But he supports this fan base like no other. Not just the creators and the content, but I mean, if you're doing something somewhere and you invite Pete in any way, shape, and form, because you're a Dolphins fan, he will have your back in every way, shape, and form. So, shout out to Pete. Let's continue. Running back / fullback. They'll keep 4. So, okay, if they're going to put running back and fullback in this scenario, then they'll keep 4. And what he has here, he has Chase Edmonds, Raheem Moser, Alec Ingold, and then he put Sony Michel in as the 4th on this, leaving Myles Gaskin, Sylvan Ahmed, Zaquandre White, and Jared Dokes off. Just like Skyler Thompson, if Myles Gaskin is not on this 53, he will not only go to another team, but you will see him take snaps week 1. And before the year's over, he very well may be their starter. So Myles Gaskin. Now, Sony Michel has innate knowledge of this scheme. And his pass blocking is awesome. His burst through the hole, his elusiveness. I don't know. I'm wondering if Sony Michel might be cooked. And maybe not so much cooked in the NFL, but down here in this humidity, and I know he's from around these parts, but he just doesn't move fast enough for what calls for bursting through these holes like this. I can't believe that. So I'm going to read the rest of this thread. He says, Edmonds, Moser, and Michel were running backs, and McDaniel specifically brought in free agency for his offense. The Dolphins could save $2.5 million by cutting Gaskin. That might be the reason why he loses his job. They saved $2.5 million by cutting Gaskin, and versus keeping Michel. Then yeah, I didn't realize that. This is a great point. Michel hasn't had a great camp or preseason, but the veteran is in between the tackles presence and turned a goal line opportunity into a touchdown in the final exhibition. Ahmed, who has shown flashes and fits in this offense, he or Gaskin could be an extra tailback, especially given Moser's injury history. But the Dolphins also must use a roster spot for fullback Alec Ingold. They also have here, for everyone who doesn't know or remember, that John Levitt will end up probably on IR. So I don't know why, but I haven't seen the guy at all. So, but John Levitt, ex-Packer, probably end up on IR. So let's see here. Man, dude, they could save $2.5 million by cutting Gaskin. I didn't really know all that. Can't believe it, dude. I don't know. All right, well, next unit is the wide receiver unit. They're saying that they'll take 6 here. The 6 that they're going to keep in this scenario is Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson Jr. There's 3. The 4th one is Eric Izukama, Trent Sherfield, and now out of the 6th roster spot, and he has a name, but I'm going to give you the guys that are left for that 6th roster spot. The guys that are left are Braylon Sanders, Mohamed Sanu, River Craycraft, Preston Williams, and Lynn Bowden Jr. Preston Williams, not making the 53. Braylon Sanders, I like what I see. Practice squad, hopefully, but he's not making the 53. So there's 2. That leaves us with Mohamed Sanu, Lynn Bowden, and River Craycraft. I haven't seen enough from Mohamed Sanu, and when I measure Craycraft and Lynn Bowden, their skill sets are kind of more similar than what Mohamed Sanu would be in this offense as far as the skill set. And I look at Cedric Wilson, Trent Sherfield, and Eric Ikuzama having those skill sets as backups to each other. Mohamed Sanu fitting more in that category of a wide receiver. So I don't think Mohamed Sanu makes the team because of Trent Sherfield, Cedric Wilson, and Eric Ikuzama. That now leaves us with 2 guys, River Craycraft and Lynn Bowden Jr. And he has on his list Lynn Bowden Jr. making the 6th and final wide receiver slot. You know, this has literally been one of the hardest freaking final roster spots for me to pick between Bowden and Craycraft. And he picked Bowden, and I'm going to tend to agree with Bowden getting the 6th and final roster spot over Craycraft. Now I'm going to explain why. Bowden's ability to not only play special teams as a punt returner and a kickoff returner, but also his versatility to be used in the role as a running back in certain situations. So when I look at these as backups, okay, Cedric Wilson, Eric Ikuzama, Trent Sherfield, all kind of running that same, whether it's the Y or the X, I don't know. My brain's fried because it's almost 11:30 at night. Having the type of player Tyreek Hill and Waddle are, you need someone in relief in a backup role to be more like that. And Lynn Bowden, to me, is the perfect backup guy for Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, skill set wise, plus his special teams availability. Now, if you look at it from this position, Preston Williams, River Craycraft, Mohamed Sanu, Braylon Sanders. Maybe all of them clear waivers. But to me, the one that doesn't clear waivers at the top of that list is Craycraft. So here it says Bowden and Williams are possible trade pieces. Now that could change something. Someone calls up the phone for Bowden for a trade, then the problem takes care of itself. Williams hasn't shown anything in this offense in camp, and he even muffed a punt on Saturday. Oh my goodness, I remember that. God, dude. I think Preston Williams is done for football, personally. Bowden had a great preseason opener in Tampa, had a touchdown catch and run in the preseason finale, and he's been on kickoff and punt returns in the exposition season. He could contribute there while allowing Hill and Waddle to stay away from the return game, even though McDaniel hasn't expressed a willingness to use his starters, even though he has expressed a willingness to use his starters there, which I love. I love that. You keep the dynamic football players making dynamic plays. You don't look at a punt return and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna put Waddle or Hill back there." You go, "Oh, I'm gonna take advantage of you." And anywho, Sherfield has a sure spot as a camp standout, a player McDaniel brought over with his receivers coach Wes Welker from San Francisco. And early on, I liked Sherfield. As camp rolled around, I really didn't know too much, but man, he's been great out there. All right. So next is the tight end group. We have Mike Gesicki, Durham Smythe, Hunter Long, Adam Shaheen, and Tanner Connor. We're only going to keep 4, and the 4 we're going to keep is Gesicki, Smythe, Long, and Sethan Carter makes it into that group. Adam Shaheen gets put on IR, and Tanner Connor is off the team. I would rather switch that, cut Shaheen, eat the cap, fuck it, buy Adam Shaheen. We hardly knew the Tanner Connor needs to be put on IR or on whatever you need to do to get this kid to keep on this football team. Tanner Connor, he's got something special. He really does. And I think if he puts on a little bit more weight and plays in this system a little bit, he can be not good, but great. So let's hear what he has to say. Carter makes the team as a strong special teams contributor who is also a proficient blocker offensively that could be used in as Ingold's backup in the fullback role. Long caught a touchdown in the preseason finale, and the new offense is similar to what the second-year player played in Boston. Gesicki's transformation project into a traditional tight end is in the works. It does have some growing pains, but he ain't getting off the football team unless someone trades for him, which is on the table. If coaches determine enough progress hasn't been made, could another team be looking for the pass catcher's abilities? Yes. I think Chris Greer is on the phone as we speak all day tomorrow, trying to get and find out what he can get for Mike Gesicki, for better or for worse. Next unit they have up here is the O-lineman. They carry 8 with Teron Armstead, Liam Eichenberg, Connor Williams, Robert Hunt, Austin Jackson, Michael Dieter, Robert Jones, and Greg Little. That leaves the guys off the football team carrying only 8 O-linemen. Being cut would be Solomon Kenley, Larnell Coleman, Keon Smith, Kellen Deesh, Andres Blaze, and Adam Pankey. Now, to me, I know a lot of people are out on Solomon Kenley, but I like Solomon Kenley in the guard position, and I would like to see him on this football team. And if that takes a 9th O-lineman, I might be looking at one of these other units to trim the fat to make sure he ends up on the football team. I don't know, though. Robert Jones' versatility to play out at tackle is why he makes it over Solomon Kenley. And Greg Little, I told you guys, been saying it. Greg Little is on this football team and going to be good. And you guys got to see him. Finley has looked better in recent practices, but is it enough for the 340-pound guard to earn a spot in the blocking scheme that requires athleticism on the line? You know, I know it says it requires athleticism, and we give Kenley a lot of flack, but he moves well out there for 340 pounds. And I don't know, have you guys ever seen Solomon Kenley off the diving board doing freaking like twirls and flips and shit? Y'all ever seen him do that? Go watch and look up Solomon Kenley swimming and diving on YouTube sometime, and you'll be like, oh my God, that big, gigantic 340-pounder is doing that? That guy's got athleticism. He likes to eat the ho-hos and the friggin' Twinkies a little too much, but when he puts his hands on people, he busts them up. So Coleman has had an ample opportunity in camp to snag a backup tackle spot, but probably didn't show enough. And with Little back from injury this past week, he took Coleman's spot, like I said so. With only Little as the backup tackle, if Armstead goes down, the Dolphins can insert either Jones or Dieter into the interior of the offensive line, shifting Eichenberg to left tackle where he played well as a rookie. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll let Little come out personally. So here comes the next unit, defensive line. He's keeping 5 here. Emmanuel Ogbah, Christian Wilkins, Zach Sealer, Raekwon Davis, and John Jenkins. Guys being on the bubble and getting cut. Niles Scott, who I have no idea who the fuck that is. Owen Carney by Ben Stilley, who I'd like to see on the practice squad, and Benito Jones, who I'd also like to see on the practice squad. John Jenkins is getting that final spot, guys. I don't see anything wrong with that D-line list right there. John Jenkins is just too good as a backup grizzled veteran, and he's lost some weight, and he looks really nice out there. I'll tell you who I want to see more improvement from is Raekwon Davis. He needs to really start living up to all of what I think he can be. That's a really solid top group. And Jenkins is a serviceable backup nose tackle. The Dolphins don't need more than 5 on the active roster with how often they're in a 3-man front and how versatile their outside linebackers are on the edge. That's right. We carry extra linebackers to only need to carry 5 D-line guys to rotate in there. Linebackers were carrying 9. And it's reads like this: Jerome Baker, Elandon Roberts, Jalen Phillips, Melvin Ingram, Andrew Van Ginkel, Duke Riley, Channing Tindall, Trey Flowers, new addition. Guess they're putting him in at linebacker. I would put him more in at D-line unit, but whatever, as long as he's on the football team. And the last and final linebacking spot going to Sam Eguavoen. Guys getting cut, and it all makes sense. Brendan Scarlett, Porter Augustus. I mean, look, when we were talking earlier about cutting Scarlett, if he's in this linebacking unit, which he is, who do you put? Who do you take off this football team for Brendan Scarlett? Sam Eguavoen? I don't think so. And I'm not the highest guy on Sam Eguavoen, but he's been playing, and he makes plays in the preseason. So, not Duke Riley. So get out of here, Scarlett. Porter Augustin, Cameron Good, Darius Hodge, Calvin Munson. Of those 5 linebackers, hopefully Cameron Good clears waivers, and hopefully Porter Augustin clears waivers. I know for a fact Calvin Munson's going to clear waivers. He'll probably end up back on the practice squad. It was a strong competition for those final spots, but I think the reported addition of veteran Trey Flowers spells trouble for a couple of guys on the roster cutoff line. I like what Gustafson has shown in camp and then in the preseason, and he can put his hand in the ground as a backup defensive end for Ogbah, which is where he's listed on the depth chart. Scarlett has missed time in practice with an undisclosed injury, but he has also said that he has experimented playing end this offseason. With Trey Flowers now being in the mix, the Dolphins could just side with him as a versatile edge. Coaches could be fluid with their decisions here, as Good, the rookie 7th-round pick, and Hodge have had their moments this preseason. Alrighty. So the next unit is CB's cornerbacks. Obviously, Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, Nick Needham, newcomer who has done very well, brought in here to be a special teams ace from I think he played at New York last year, if I recall correctly. But Keon Crossan making it as number 4 on this. How much of a surprise he's been in the past game, man. I mean, wow. Noah Igbenogany, who we know is definitely going to be on the football team, and good that he had a good showing yesterday. Now, there's one more spot in this CB room. Trill Williams is put on IR. We already know this. We have Mackenzie Alexander, he's on IR as well. The 3 guys that are left for the final roster spot is Elijah Campbell, D'Angelo Ross, and Cater Kahu. Cater Kahu edges him out. That's who they've put here. I believe that he would edge him out. But I will say this about Cater Kahu. Cater Kahu may make the 53-man roster, but they may immediately cut and re-sign him to the practice squad. Actually, I know they're going to do something like this. They're going to cut and then sign him to the practice squad and pick up a veteran somewhere else. Maybe not in the CB room, though. That's where my bubble guy gets cut to make an extra roster spot to get me to my 4th running back in my running back room. That's where I could see that happening. We're assuming Jones will be ready for the preseason for the season opener here, be in that quarterback position opposite Howard. That frees up other Dolphins defenders to blitz. This unit has been devastated by injury this preseason, between Jones recovering from a lower leg injury, Williams and Alexander being placed on IR, and minor ailments for Nick Needham and Keon Crossan. Noah Igbenogany has his spot, although he hasn't impressed. Kahu, who's out of Texas A&M Commerce, earned a big guaranteed money. It was him, Cater Kahu, and Cater Kahu got 140. Kellen Deesh got 140. And Braylon Sanders, I think, got 130 in guarantees. And Cater Kahu lived up to it as being pretty good from the small school. He's played well, and he will grab potentially the 6th spot. It was telling that he was the starting nickel corner on Saturday with Nick Needham and Noah Igbenogany on the outside. He could back up Needham in that role when everyone's healthy. On this list, they have us taking 5 safeties. Now, this is very interesting because they have obviously Javon Holland, Brandon Jones, Eric Rowe. There's 3. Clayton Fedulum is that 4th safety. I don't think we'll carry. I don't just fucking Clayton Fedulum. Gosh, they have him as the 4th safety, and then Elijah Campbell as the 5th safety, which I like Elijah Campbell as the 5th safety, but I would rather have Quincy Wilson on this football team than Clayton Fedulum, because Quincy Wilson has the ability, like Elijah Campbell, to also play a little bit of corner and nickel and in the nickel. Verone McKinley III doesn't make it on the 53, and I personally also believe that he will be a practice squad hopeful. So Wilson, the South Florida local, and McKinley, the undrafted rookie, who is Holland's teammate in Oregon, are candidates for a spot after flashing at times this training camp. But Campbell may earn it over them with special team contributions as a factor. He added a 2nd preseason interception on Saturday. That he did. This one was a pick 6. We showed you guys the video from earlier. He is versatile, able to play corner or safety. Elijah Campbell killing it. Fedulum also has a spot, again, due to special teams play. God. Some wonder about Rowe and his contract, but I see him as too valuable in different packages for any. Yeah, dude. Rowe and his money is worth the dimes that we give the guy. I'm telling you guys, if we miss any of our starting corners, Jones or Xavier Howard, for any amount of time, even in gameplay, it's going to be Eric Rowe being on the field that makes whoever filling in possible and them able to work in a whole DB unit together. So, and that leaves us to the last three guys that are definitely making the team: Jason Sanders, Thomas Morstead, and Blake Ferguson. I don't know. Don't know. So, all right, guys, I want to go into the Mike McDaniel interview from today. Before we do, we're rounding past almost 3.5 hours here. Make sure everybody is hitting the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Come on over here to YouTube and subscribe here on the network. We need you guys over here to boost the numbers, to get in on the family. If you guys haven't joined the membership, go ahead and do that. Hit the join button. It's a couple bucks. Get the cool emojis. There's 3 different levels: VIP, El Familia, Amigos. Get in on it. Make sure you guys are checking out all the great content. Tonk 7, TMI Tuesdays, live around 9, color commentary doing co-hosting, myself doing some co-hosting, as well as Ali filling in. We also got color on Thursdays and sometimes cup of color in the mornings. Make sure to check it out. It was on earlier today. Saturdays is Late Night Exhale with Ali. Going to be getting ready to start prepping you guys for game time and doing some fantasy talk during the season, all kinds of good stuff. You guys can always catch El Capitan doing it all the time, anytime, every time. The more support you guys show us in the finances through Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat, the more you'll end up finding El Capitan all the time, every time, giving you guys what you're paying for. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate guys. Also got some link in the description for our good gear. Pick up some good stuff. Make sure if you're going out to the games, get yourself a flag to represent. Fanatics link is also in the description. Help support the show that way. Get yourself some Dolphins gear, some football gear, some baseball gear, some whatever gear you want. Make sure you guys are using the link in the description. And also use offer code #TFTG for Backroom Collections. That link is also in the description. And you'll get 10% off anything you purchase with them. It's a win-win. That's what it is. Help it out. Help yourself. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull up Coach here. All righty. All right. Aye. TFTG. That's right, Family FM. You know what time it is.
What are you doing here?
What's up, Jan? Don.
Somber face.
Yeah, just we're all still sad that Jason,
Yeah.
of course. I guess talking about football, which is hard this weekend, but with Byron, you obviously have a decision to make. If he stays on PUPs out the first 4 weeks, would you anticipate him coming off in the next 48 hours?
You know, those are there's like so many things going on, especially when you have a competitive roster like we do. So that kind of had it pinpointed, but it's a fluid situation that has to do with him and a lot of other players. But looking forward to have some clarity here in the near future. But nothing's taken me off where I've been for a while.
To that point there, the DB unit being so banged up, maybe they do carry 5 safeties and 6 CBs. That's what we've been carrying. But if we carry one less, to carry more offensive guys, that'll make sense too because you got an offensive-minded coach.
Do you think the decisions has been difficult to make, just from yesterday's performance, or with the final 53?
No, I got distracted. Are you you get the LIV shirt on? Are you trying to tell me something? All right. So what was the question again?
More so getting down to the final 53.
Mhm.
Based on yesterday's performance, do you find it difficult running down that roster?
Absolutely. No, that's it's one of the things that being in the business for a while, that you hope to have these tough decisions. Yesterday did make it tougher. There were some guys that on both sides of the ball that maybe hadn't got as many opportunities, and for the most part, there was guys that most players put their best foot forward yesterday. So that is a good problem to have, but it is a problem that only benefits the Miami Dolphins. So we're leaving no stone unturned and making sure that we make the best decisions. Chris and I have talked at length. I mean, we've been talking for the last couple weeks, and specifically on these roster decisions. Talked at length yesterday before the game to make sure we're on the same page and everyone got ample opportunity. Then talked again today. Met today at a good amount of time. We'll meet tomorrow morning, and as long as it takes. But yeah, it is the more good players you have, the more difficult that is. But that's something that we embrace because we know we're on the right track.
I talked to Preston Williams and Sony Michelle last night about what they think about their roster prospects, and they said, "I don't know. I did the best I could." Could you talk about the difficulty at those two positions, wide receiver and running back? It seems like you've got some good options and some.
In particular, those two groups.
Man, when has it been the last time, Dolphins fans, where we've got a surplus of weaponry around these parts, where the sixth wide receiver and the fourth running back has looked so healthy? Goodness gracious.
Have not only
great work by McDaniel and his guys, along with the scouting department and Chris Greer, filling up this roster with talent for Tua and for McDaniel to have success this season on offense, something we desperately needed.
From the onset, we knew that those were going to be two. We knew we were going to have more NFL players than roster spots available. That was we knew from the onset. But what was also really, really enjoyable as a coach to observe is you always hope that you have the right type of people in a competitive room that channel that competitive onslaught in the right direction. And so what that affords you is players getting better as a result of the competition. I think in both groups, you've seen that. You've seen multiple playmakers, really from top to bottom.
Rising tide rises all ships.
Super rare is you have, at your final 53 decision time, every player in the position group has been on the field making plays. So that does not make it easy. They've known that the whole time, which is why what I'm proud about and what I'm happy about is each and every player in those two groups I see as an NFL player. So the one thing that you can rest easy at night is I feel like
these are all caliber
opportunities, regardless which ones make it in the national.
These are all I don't want to say maybe not everyone's starting caliber, but everyone is definitely 53-man worthy caliber up and down those roster positions. Outside of like Zaquandre White and Dotes, who are, still young guys, practice squad guys, everyone else, and obvious Preston Williams needing to be cut. But other than that, even Braylon Sanders, I mean, that's a guy that if he ended up on the 53, it wouldn't be the shock of the world. If he ended up in the 53 over Craycraft and Bowden, now that I'd be shocked about.
Ball league, because they've taken their game to another level and put it on tape.
Where do you stand as you stand at this point on Skyler Thompson and him making a case for a third quarterback?
He's made it tough, hasn't he? No, I've
Skyler Thompson making it tough.
Those type of players that are able to, as rookies, come in and contribute are always really exciting. And it's more rare that you see a quarterback doing that, and really being, it's more than just his like quarterback rating and his completion percentage. He has owned the responsibility of the quarterback in terms of all the other players on the field with him. He's made them better by helping them get aligned. And, we've had very few procedural issues. And, so I think, in preseason football, there are a lot of quarterbacks that get opportunities. It's rare that, a guy can be a 7th round draft pick and people outside of the organization actually know his name.
Again, I'm going to point out people outside this organization know this young man's name. They've been on notice. So that's that. People will pick him up. And Jose in the comments, I can't. This got to be the worst part about being a coach right here, is that you got to deliver bad news to young guys or veterans or whoever and let them know that there's not room for them on the 53. It's got to be the most dreadful part about being a head coach. It is not the way you want to do it. But you know what? That's why the head coach has to be the one to deliver the news. He gets paid the big bucks, but I think McDaniel, I mean, you just hear him, guys, like the most sincere letting someone off the team cut, at least you feel good, about how you were treated by him. Not to throw shade on the previous coaching staff, but we know how much more of a sensitive type of person McDaniel is versus to our previous coach. And that, sucks. A lot of these guys might not be playing football anymore after this.
I think he's opened eyes with the way he's played, and it's made that situation very tricky in terms of whether or not you can try to have him on practice squad or keep him on the 53. But much like a lot of players, I think he, especially one of the things I was most happy with in this past game is pretty much all the participants can hold their head high and stand on what they've done in the preseason with the closing of it being last night. And he should hold his head high and hopefully rest easy, because he has done quite literally everything.
I mean, that is a great ringing endorsement. I would be shocked if we don't keep 3 quarterbacks and Skyler on this team. And if we do only keep 2, Skyler has done everything he can as a 7th round rookie to earn that spot over Teddy. and outperform Teddy. And I know that there's the cap and the money issue, but maybe the Dolphins figure a way to have Teddy to go somewhere else. You know, maybe they don't trade him, but maybe they cut him. And I believe if someone picks Teddy up to their 53, we get some of that cap. I don't know. I'll have to look more into that, but Skyler Thompson's really put on quite a show for the young kid, and he deserves his opportunities.
To be a part of this team.
I think he does.
It didn't take long to see
Ravenous
the impact that
Williams.
Jason Jenkins made on everybody after a night to kind of reflect. Is there anything that stands out from speaking to people, just about him today that you can speak on?
I think I was just, especially in moments like that, it's hard to speak from anywhere, at least for me, from anything but the heart. And it was just another testament of who he was as a person. That, there's numerous people that unexpectedly were thanking me for what I was just speaking to what I thought was right, and just
It's exactly what he's
kind of
saying.
being 100% transparent as I tried my best to do. But I think it's even more telling how many people have reached out and said how much they appreciate that. And which doesn't surprise me, but it just kind of doubles down. We should all be that fortunate to leave a legacy like that. And
Beautiful words.
It definitely hasn't gone away. I don't think it will for a long, long time.
Holy shit. I didn't know how important Jason was to Mike. I mean, he really got a little choked up right here.
Unexpectedly were thanking me for what I was just speaking.
I think it's safe to say that maybe not so much how well close McDaniel and Jason was, but he's such a person. Empathetic person. I myself, I'm pretty empathetic. Like, stuff don't hurt me, but other people's stuff that hurts them hurts me. And I think what he's commenting on here is how he sees how many people and how it was affected and stuff like that. And, it hurts to lose someone. And I hope the Jenkins family is, may God be with them and in their prayers, and all out to them, and sorry for their loss. But you hear Coach here, he gets to him a little bit.
To what I thought was right, and just kind of being 100% transparent as I tried my best to do. But I think it's even more telling how many people have reached out and said how much they appreciate that. And which doesn't surprise me, but it just kind of doubles down. We should all be that fortunate to leave a legacy like that.
I love to hear it. That's just beautiful words right there.
There's
Jesus.
It definitely hasn't gone away. I don't think it will for a long, long time. And that's probably the biggest takeaway I would have, is that I could only hope to leave a legacy like he did.
Jeez.
With people
big shoes
that I work with.
Damn, bro. So
Now that,
I haven't.
preseason games are
I caught only the very beginning of the interview. I didn't see all this. Wow, impactful. Nothing short of what I expected from Mike McDaniel, to be honest with you. Tender person, as he exudes someone who actually really, unless he's the world's most greatest sociopath of all time, that is a man that really cares about people around him and them being successful and feels connected to them. You know, for what we needed for our young quarterback and a football team that felt like they had disconnection, emotional issues around the building a little bit. Knock out of the park with bringing this guy in here.
over. Can you share with us some goals that you had for preseason that you guys accomplished?
I think we got better every game. I think on both sides of the ball, there's a trick in the National Football League that you kind of have to excel at to do well and have your dreams realized, and that's to focus on the controllables and to not whether you do something well or you do something poor, to just focus on the process and getting better without ignoring the noise and not getting caught up in things that don't really matter. What matters is getting better. And I think guys really focused on that. And that's the only way, whether it was the first quarter or the fourth quarter last night, I thought guys, we were.
It's going to hold off real quick right here because this was a topic of discussion about the loss of Mr. Jenkins and Jason, and that the team didn't know. Like, coach knew, but the team didn't know and stuff like that. And if the facts is that they didn't find out till after, but the team saw their coach in whatever manner that made them play as hard as they did yesterday in that game, says a lot about coach having the respect of his players. And the fact that word is that the players didn't know. Coach knew and some other people knew. Some of the coaches knew. And Wes Welker being speculated one, he looked dialed in for a preseason game. And, so if I'm a player, I don't know what's going on, but I see my coaches act in a certain way for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, for the reason of them having a lot of respect for their coaches. Tonight's not the night I'm going to fuck up. Tonight's the night I'm going to make sure that what I do for what coaches ask of me is going to be to perfection. And, this could be a great sign to a sad circumstance with the passing of Jason Jenkins, that the team has found themselves being there for each other from coach to player to want to be their best for each other. And, I can't help but feel that if things are the way we hear, that the players didn't know, but the coaches did, and the players seen the whatever from the coaches, is, when someone's not themselves, that means they have to have a personal connection enough to know that. If he's just the coach and you only see him on the field and yelling at you and telling you what to do or what have you, if he's acting different, you wouldn't know. You ain't spent enough damn time speaking to him to know this. You know what I'm saying? And a head coach is extremely busy. But if you've seen head coach enough to know that ain't the bubbly joke maker, that's not the guy I've been seeing in a lot of interviews. And for him coming on a Sunday after a victory like that seems somber. Seems, what's the word I'm looking for? oh my God, just a well emotionally connected person with their emotions. Evolved. That's the word. He looks very evolved, and seems like a very good circumstance.
We're making plays on both sides of the ball because of technique, not because of scheme. And that there's no shortcut to that. So that harnessed the goal that I had from the beginning, which was that we focus on what actually matters, and that's getting better at what we do, learning from everything, and finding.
So yeah, Jose,
there's
but it's not like
there's a
the players
ton
are
of
watching
examples
either. You know what
in
I'm
this-
saying?
In this game and over the whole preseason of people turning what in the short term seems bad or seems as adversity, using that to be the sale that helps them get better.
See, it's exactly what I was
thought
talking
that
about.
was on display last night.
Mike,
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That the team, showed their true merit and grit when the going got tough. They showed togetherness, and it showed on the football field, and that's a good thing from a bad thing, and that's what Coach has been preaching a lot, trying to take a bad thing and turn it into a good thing. And here he is, doing his deal. But you can see he's disheveled by the circumstances, to say the least. No doubt. I mean, the expression on his face right now shows it. It's a guy thinking about all the words he just said and hoping that they were good enough words because he cares.
There are reports, and I don't know if you can confirm
Who
this.
reported it? You?
A lot of people. I retweeted it because Joe did.
Oh, well, I mean, if Joe jumped off a cliff. So what's this report? I don't even know what we're talking about yet. I jumped the gun. I got so excited.
Trey Flowers has agreed to join the Dolphins. That's the report. So I don't know if you can confirm that, but we also understand that he at least tried out. So what did you see from the tryout at least?
Well, that is a process that I can confirm that I will confirm when it's confirmable, which it's not right now.
I can confirm that it's confirmable when it's confirmable.
Can't.
So I'll confirm
it's a
to you
one-time
later.
deal, and there's excessive use of confirm.
So nice guy. He confirmed by telling you I'm saying the word confirm a lot. This is earlier today, so if you didn't know it was for certain, you would know because he just confirmed it for you. Guy's pretty fucking smart how he talks.
But like what I saw was a guy that's in shape, that's ready to play. He's a consummate professional, with a lot of versatility to his game and length, and plays. His style of football is conducive to the style we play. His versatility is attractive, so hopefully we'll get something done here in the near future. But it's definitely in the works.
I had a question. Tuesday, after Tuesday, it'll be 12 days until the season starts against the movement.
Yeah, Bowleg. This is from earlier, as you know. I actually have and played earlier some Trey Flower highlights. So make sure you guys, if you pop it in and didn't catch it from earlier, in the videos, I got Trey Flower highlights just so you guys can get a little peek at the new Miami Dolphin.
I wanted to know, during your downtime, do you plan on heading to like any local college games or high school games between that break?
I feel like balance is important. It's one thing I've learned in my career. I started off,
Oh my God,
saw-
John.
maybe early to mid on in my career.
Rumors and leaks.
That sometimes
Stories?
you're your best version of yourself.
Infinite.
If you properly balance yourself. So, when there is some downtime, which will be 1 or 2 days in the next couple of weeks, I will not be going to football games. I will be dadding. And maybe
getting that
bearing
whip crack.
fruits of all these training camp swim lessons that my daughter Ayla's had, because I am a swim survivor, not like a swim enthusiast. I can make it to the side of the pool, but there's no like stroke that I've really perfected. So
listen, Coach, just gonna give you the deal and the lowdown. I know you're a West Coast dude. I know they don't have a lot of water there, but here in Florida, you got to know how to swim. You got to know how to swim and where not to swim, okay? Because there is shit in the waters here that will bite you or eat you. So, but you got to know how to swim. There's too much water in this area to not know how to swim well, because you might need to save somebody's life. You know, you might need to save your kid's life falling in some water somewhere. You got to know how to swim. It ain't for you. It's for being a Floridian. Love you, Coach.
it will be awesome to see my daughter comfortable in the pool, and I'll be jumping on that. I thought he did a great job. I was proud of him.
Greg Little,
he
crushed it.
You wouldn't have thought that he was
Sore,
progressing through an injury. I thought that you can't hide from the tape, and what I saw was a guy that, while hasn't been getting physical reps, he's been getting mental reps, and watching his teammates perform the desired tasks and learning from them, because he came back and played at a level that was higher than when he left, which is something that I never lose sight of. That is a big deal to me, and that I was happy for him. He was able to do. All right.
Coach still kept it light with the good coach banter that he's got. Guy's an ace. So yeah, man, big day coming. You know, I'm sure we'll do our best to get breaking news released out to you guys on roster cuts that come. Maybe you'll drop a little clip in there just so you guys can have some stuff. Going to be working on some things. And, Tuesday at 4, they'll have the full trim down. We'll know who's on this roster. And then we can start to really speculate on who's been cut, where, and who should be on this Dolphins roster. And I don't know. I think they're very comfortable with a lot of places, but I can't help but feel that, running back, cornerback, I don't know. I don't know about O-line, honestly, guys. I know everyone's been trying to put offensive linemen up here between centers and tackles. I've been saying I feel decent with Greg Little as the swing tackle. And the fact that Eichenberg can be pushed out there and Robert Jones played some right tackle, I feel like there's a lot of guys with some tackle experience that could come in a pinch. Someone goes down with an injury, we need to go get somebody. You know what I'm saying? Cross that bridge when it gets there. But in between now, as far as rolling out with the season and continuity in this scheme and what they ask these guys to do, it's a moving wall. We just went over a bunch of the film. You see, it's walled off. Everyone's going together. It's a unit. The only time some stuff happens is when someone's pulling and trips over somebody's feet, something like that, or getting your footwork. When they get your legs crossed, you lose your balance, then you fall on some guy's back. But that's part of just playing offensive line. I don't know what the fuck to tell you about that. But it's about being versatile and having some speed. And it's offensive line by committee. I've been saying it since the get. They need a lot of guys. So I don't know. But there could be some good names that end up at the end of the 53-man roster cuts from other teams. Could be a linebacker out there. I don't think Sam Aguavin in being the final linebacker prevents him from, ending up on the practice squad and we pick up somebody else. That's how that works. running back is something I think we will add to, even though I think they like what they've got. After cuts, we're going to lose some guys, but some other guys are going to become available and practice squad. And once they take a couple of, like Skyler Thompson and put him on the practice squad, now there's a roster spot open, and they'll manipulate it as such, making their 16 practice squad guys. So it's going to be good. Ravenous Williams says, I'm going to be honest, Austin Jackson doesn't look a lot better. That sack Austin was fall actually did held up trying to prevent. Yeah, that we broke it down a little bit earlier, and if you see how Austin rolls in and when Tua was supposed to throw the ball in that instance, he kind of just, if he would have taken the angle, he would have stepped right on Tua. So maybe he knew where he was at and stuff like that. I don't know. Can only speculate. Doubtful. But that was the timing to throw it, and Tua could have bailed out. Just took a little bit of a wide angle. It's going to happen. It was really a coverage sack. It was a good coverage sack because it's going to happen. This pro football. That type of sack and that type of play. I don't want to say I can live with it, but it would be nice if he would have got a little bit on his outside and was able to hold him up a little bit more so Tua could have that extra half a tick to let these receivers get further in their route and try to find somebody open, buying some time with his legs. He can't get that every time. But, all right, guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks for coming by. On your way out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. If you guys are watching, try to get over here to YouTube and subscribe here on the YouTube network, the Fins Tailgate. And